What's up, chat? How you doing? Hi. Hi. Oh shit! I need to put on the fun level choker there. One sec. Is this a lipstick outfit? Should I have put lipstick on? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to understand how this shit works. What do you think? Should I go put lipstick on? You.
I think you look pretty like that.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Hi, Jill. How you doing? It's good to see you. Oh, the silence is deafening. Did I? Oh my God! I didn't play music. Whoops, my bad. Oopsies. I'm a professional, y'all. I'm real good at this. I got some discount gummy worms right here. The best kind of gummy worms. Greetings, Your Unholy Eminence. Thank you, V. Hello. Lipstick, schmipstick, what matters most is that you got the cat ears. True. So true. Hi, Ferris. How you doing? It's good to see you. You've been raw dogging it, as the kids say? Oh, no. That's true. I have to wear a bralette under this shirt because the chest has become too powerful, and this shirt is very, very slightly translucent, so I could get banned for wearing it. But now I have to deal with straps falling out of the sides of it because it's not meant to be to have a bra under it. It's very annoying. I'm a professional, y'all. I'm really good at this. When somebody suggests that a flathead screwdriver might not be the most precise tool for use for doing tests on a ball of barely subcritical plutonium. Oh no, it's the demon sphere. I'm gonna eat all of these gummy worms. Oh, they're so good. I'm a sucker for sour candy. I don't know what it does. It's delightful. Whatever, the demon core, the demon sphere, the demon cube. I'm not a geometrist. Oh, Shelly! Oh my God, hi. Oh, hey. I'm wearing the same shirt as in that now. Hi, thank you, Sully. It means so much. I really appreciate that. What's up? How are you doing? I keep putting these down like I'm not going to immediately pick them up again and eat them. There's only 2 left. I'm just gonna grab them. I'm gonna grab them. I'm gonna grab the 2 left in this little bag. I'm gonna crumple up this bag. I'm gonna get rid of it. I cannot be allowed near sour gummy candy. A notification was superimposed on your face exactly. Yeah, that's kind of... I love it when it does that. Lily is already upset that she's not getting all of the attention.
Hi.
Someone just asked me, what's been the biggest thing that connects you to Hashem, which is a hell of a question for a Friday afternoon. Yeah, no fucking kidding. That's nuts. Hotel, you want a quick little... Hold on, wait a second. A little... Hey, okay, all right. So as far as this shirt goes, part of me just wants to do this, to just be like, yeah, I have to wear this bra, so I might as well just like turn it into an additional fashion accessory. And I can't tell if this is cunty, trashy, both, or neither.
Hi.
So I should keep a pack of watermelon kids in my pocket. Noted. Those are like bottom tier sour gummy candy, but they will still get me. Yeah. Not bottom tier, but like mid. They're good, but something about an entire pack of the same flavor of candy bothers me. All three! Amazing. Love it. Cunty plus trashy equals cashy. Okay, I need the tier list. The tier list, do we do... sour gummy candy tier list on mercenary_girlfriend. I can do it. I'm a sucker for sour candy. We need to actually, I think that could be like an event thing. I would need to like order a bunch of sour candy and try them all like one after the other. Yeah. For my scientific study, I need candies rated, and I know you can't know what institute I'm with because it's a personal study and there won't be a control group. It's a personal study. It's a personal scientific study. Ah, come shot Willie. What a guy, what a friend. You'll do tier content but not react content? 100%, yes. Tier content is like 8 times more involved on the creator side than reaction content is. Tier content is like structuring, is just a structure for me to talk about shit. React content is like, you need to, it interferes with my ability to focus. Like, I just lock in and start watching the thing, and like, most of the time, what it looks like for me when I'm watching something is just like, and then something will set me off like 30 minutes in, and I'll stop it and rant for an hour and then resume it. Like, that's not, like, it's like playing DayZ. You're suffering through like hours of like really monotonous, boring stuff for little bursts of intense action. And I don't like it. I don't have the funding for a control group. Gotta do a tier list of forms of content and then do a reacts video to it. Yeah, brilliant. Genius. You're so right. Mark, did you report the scientists for harassing you? No, we just banned them. They went through like 8 accounts, so like I feel like they were getting actual banned plenty. And I think they finally got IP banned. So, it's out of my hands. That was fucking wild though, let me tell you. What a guy! Good evening, gorgeous. Hope your day was good. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just starting. Like, so it's going great. I really do, like, you know, I treat this like my job in a lot of ways, and one of those ways is waking up an hour before I'm supposed to be like doing my job, and barely making it on time and usually being. You're suffering through hours? The Father, when Jesus asked why he's circled a day on the calendar and labeled it Good Friday. Woof. There was a Jewish dinner night at my last mutual aid group, and half were Jewish atheists, and half were incredibly religious. They all got along, though. Nice people. Helps that we were all there to volunteer. That rules. Genuinely, I've known Jews of all degrees of devotion to get along pretty well. All other things being equal. That's fair. Iconic queen shit. Yeah, you know. I'm the trash queen. It's what I do. Can't wait to start streaming. I'm so excited for you, Sully. It's a good time. There's a lot.
That's a good girl.
There's a lot of.
For me.
I don't know. It's hey Foxy, how you doing? It's fun. If you're getting into it for just kind of like the love of the game, it's awesome. It can definitely be really, really difficult starting up on your own, you know? Like you have to be able to, like, I say this to everybody who's starting streaming, like, You really have to be good at not internalizing the like not having any viewers when you start out. That does weird things to your brain. Like even if it's just like you know like even if you had done no advertising, you just turned on and started streaming, like you didn't even tell anyone. The fact like you should expect to get 0 people in that scenario, but even then it still feels like you're doing something wrong. Like you are like not cool. It absolutely drags your brain through the mud. But if you can insulate yourself from that, it fucking rules. It's my favorite thing. Like I love it. It just took me a long time to like get it sorted. I will never understand how it's possible to sleep that late. Like, not in a I'm superior morning person sense, but in a how is it physically possible to sleep with the sun up sense. See, I think it's because I'm part of the Night Watch crew. You know, like there's that I don't know. Maybe it's been disproven or whatever. But there was a theory or hypothesis, anthropological hypothesis put around a while back, where like a certain subsect of humans, just like their circadian rhythms are just like more coded to be up late because it was beneficial to have at least a small group of people in the community to like be up at night for night watch and like keeping the fires going. Very nocturnal. I'm super nocturnal. I really suffer when I have to wake up early, even if I've slept like long enough. Like I prefer to sleep for most of the day and be up all night. My signal to like comfortably to go to sleep is like when the sun's coming up, and then it's like, oh yeah, I guess I'll go take a nap then. Very different sleep cycles to keep watching. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think that's what it is. Like I think that's why like I have so much difficulty conceptualizing how anybody can be a morning person. Like I have an insane amount of difficulty, even if I haven't slept. Like, if I didn't get a lot of sleep or if I woke up early the previous day, I have a hard time going to bed before, like, 1 or 2 in the morning. Even if I woke up at, like, 8 a.m., 5 a.m. Like, when I was working at Subway, I used to wake up at 4 in the, like, 3 or 4 in the morning. And I would stay up until, like, you know, midnight, 11 or midnight. And I would sleep for, like, 3 to 4 hours. And that was me really trying to go to sleep early for me. It was wild. And when the birds are chirping, yeah, 100%. Let's see, what did I miss? Until 2 p.m., I can easily sleep that late. No, yeah, 100%. I think today I woke up at like 1, but I didn't really get going until 2 o'clock. It takes me a while to wind up. You're a better person than me. The sheer overwhelming superiority I feel when I wake up at 5 a.m. It's intoxicating. Ah, bastard. I'm rarely capable of making it past 7 a.m. Maybe 8 or 9 if I've been up really late. That's crazy to me. I have to struggle to wake up at 10. Like, 10 o'clock is like early for me. If I'm out of bed and functional by 10, regardless of what time I went to sleep, that's a good day for me. Like if I went to sleep at like 10 o'clock at night, unless I had like a really harrowing nightmare or something, I'm sleeping until like 11 or 12 the next day. The day watch got to decide when work would happen and shops would be open, but the night watch got to decide when parties and sex would happen. Yes, exactly. And this is the yin and yang of our human society, of our collective consciousness. Nocturnals get to have all the fun and be shamed for it, and the diurnals get to do all the work and shame the nocturnals. This is the true path, the golden path that we walk. I've returned. Who missed me? I missed you, Ashley. My sleep schedule is mildly fucked. Same, bestie. That's my secret. I don't get invited to parties. I'm a morning person. Hell yeah. I need to sleep, but I need to sleep, but I need to eat first, but I have to prepare food in order to eat. This is homophobic. I never set up the 2 a.m. burrito redeem, did I? Damn. Fuck. I should really do my job. I need to give somebody editor who's capable of doing that stuff and who has the time for it. I feel that, Mark, yeah. I'm not a morning person at all, but I'll take my early shift over late every day because my brain turning on waiting mode overrides being a night owl. Late shift, I literally sit and wait until my shift. Early shift, I'm done by like 2 and can actually do stuff. So like, I agree with you because like, in a certain extent, like if I am going to wake up and I have something to do later, I'm cooked. I'm done. Like, I can't do anything for the whole day. I suffer. So I totally understand. That's part of why it's like I very rarely get up that long before stream on stream days because like, what am I gonna do? Wait for stream to start? So I just sleep, you know? When I worked at McDonald's like 10 years ago, I had the 4 a.m. shift. Once a week, I'd play D&D, so normally I'd sleep from like 11 to 3 most days. If it was a D&D night, I would sleep like 1 to 3. Ooh. Sounds like you need a 2 a.m. burrito. 2 a.m. burrito. Does Mark want to rage today? I'm here for it if you wish to vent your spleen. Wait, what? What does that even mean? What am I supposed to do with that, Preston? What? See, the secret for me is methamphetamines. Yeah, see, if I had those,
No.
I could. Sorry, dextroamphetamines. ADHD meds.
Oh, okay.
ADHD meds are amphetamines, so the joke is that
No smoking meth.
I'm not smoking meth. I didn't even smoke meth when Cigarette Guy offered to pay me $100 for it, okay? I have good control over very specific drugs. I don't do cocaine, I don't do meth. Everything else is up to debate. No, I wouldn't do heroin. I shouldn't be talking about this on Twitch.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Yeah. 2 a.m. is kind of the best time to vibe, so true. Worst time for sex, though. Sex should happen at 5 in the afternoon. I usually sleep 4 to 5 a.m. and get up at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Once I'm up, I can't go back to sleep unless I force myself. Yeah, basically the same. Give me more power. Do you want editor, Jill? I'll give you editor if you want to fuck around with shit. If you want to try and learn how to do Twitch stuff. V may be the most devout, but Jill, I think you come out as like most loyal in the sense of like actually executing on my specific desires for things. V wants to turn me into a god, and Maeve wants to just ruin my entire existence while like elevating me from like a success standpoint. You want editor? Okay, I'll give you editor. I trust. I can do that. If I gave V editor and V had the time, V would just start like posting religious propaganda on my Twitch page.
Yeah.
And if Maeve had editor, she would relentlessly bully me with it, despite the fact that she's the most technically competent for the role. I'm just here to help. Well, fair enough. 5 p.m. sex is very good. Fair. I generally I'm usually like a 12. Between like 12 and 2 at night. What is it, 12 p.m. to 2 a.m.? Is that how you would say that? I think that's how you would say that. Probably. I don't know. I'd totally set up an indulgences redeem. You would. Absolutely. Hey, Eva. How you doing? It's good to see you. I'm just here to document the process, and I really appreciate that, Julia. I put that clip up. I put that clip up that you edited on all the little socials. 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. Okay, I got it wrong. I always get it wrong. I don't do numbers. Mark's brain juice? I do need brain juice. It means that if you wish to vent what enrages you. Oh, that's fair. I don't think I'm particularly enraged right now, you know? Like I got to dunk on a shit heel yesterday, so that was pretty fun. Um I mean, like, there's the constant overarching, like, existential horror of what's happening in our country and the world, but I could just doom spiral about that eternally and make very little progress on any, like, actual solutions towards it. So I think as is generally the case, I prefer to be like 80% pressure vent to like provide a release and escape from that, with like 20% reminding people that, you know, we do need to keep an eye on this shit, you know. Is Cigarette Guy still hiring? Probably. I will, you know, you have to be able to put up with some very very strange behaviors. But yeah, you know, he's out there. Every now and then he messages me and asks me if I'm gonna be back in the area anytime soon. I really like. I left an impression on that dude. I manic pixie dream girled that guy into like another fucking reality. It's like he still gets in touch every now and then. I forgot Cigarette Guy. I'll never forget Cigarette Guy. Cigarette Guy was like paid my bills for months. Like that was Cigarette Guy paid for the couple laser appointments that I did get. Like Cigarette Guy is a hero of the transition. Um, uh, I don't think I'm particularly enraged right now. Well, let me fix that. I did not care for The Godfather. I haven't seen The Godfather.
I haven't either.
I know I'm supposed to see it, like, as a cinema buff, like, as a movie girl. I know that's, like, a crime. But it just has, it's really long. It's really long. Okay?
Come to me on the day of my Godfather.
You come
and you
to
don't
me.
watch my Godfather.
You're really long? I am really long. I fucking love The Godfather. I've heard it's great. I'm sure it is. Whine more? I will. Whining is like 2/3 of my brand. You know who has bills, smokes cigarettes, and might appeal to someone who likes brown hair T-girls? This bitch. Hell yeah. Cigarette Guy sounds kind of awesome. Fun fact, I sold cigarettes in high school because I wanted to be a drug dealer, but my drug dealer friends weren't willing to cut me in on the business. Damn, alright. Fair enough. Kurosawa movies are essential. I love Kurosawa shit. Ooh. I love the part where he said it's father in time. Me too. Really, I think any time of the day or night works out pretty well. That's fair. I'm just talking about, like, where I usually end up doing things. If you get bored, I'm down with listening. Okay, all right. If there's anything, I mean, look, it's a mercenary underscore girlfriend just chatting stream. I will end up ranting about something at some point. I don't know when. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'll do that. Redeem to play angelic choruses. 12:01 daytime is PM. Okay. Just think about 12:01. Okay, 12, that's a good way to remember it, but that does require me holding 4 numbers in my brain. Which is the maximum number of numbers I'm allowed to have in my brain at any given time. So the moment I have to think about another number, I'm going to lose one of them until they're gone. Oh, you saw? It popped up when I was stuck in the YouTube Shorts void. Hell yeah! I need to post more of those. I also need to go order. Oh, Misty, question. I need to actually put in the orders for the costumes for the subathon. Should we show the people who are here as a teaser, or should we keep it completely secret? You're better at planning these things. I'm asking your your expert opinion. Drug poser fits my whole vibe as a teenager. Glad I grew out of that time. Damn, yeah, that's rough. Don't I have to think about another number? I'm gonna lose
We
it.
have a
Hey,
dangerous
Fry! Welcome in!
Go
What's up?
out, guns
blazing,
screaming
fuck!
Bellies full of lead,
hearts full of steel. You can show the first one, but the others need to be a secret. You can decide the order as you see fit. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair. Reasonable, reasonable. I don't know which one we should do first.
Your butt.
just my whole bare ass on
Oh,
stream.
hell yeah. Everybody would love that.
Yeah, right? Oh, and you look lovely. Oh, thank you. Hi. How are you, Merc? I'm doing great, Jim. How are you? Fun fact, the average human can easily keep up to 6 or 7 numbers in their head fairly easily. Any more than that, we start struggling to remember them. I'm not the average human. I'm worse. Just a tease? What's a tease? Oh, right, the outfits. Yes. First, I need to finish all of the transfers and things that I was supposed to do yesterday. I keep saying that I'm doing it. I love the raid flag. It's so well designed. Who made such a cool flag? Yeah, crazy. I don't know who it could have possibly been. There we go. Okay, I finally withdrew all that money. We're good. We're set. I've just been like I keep thinking I have way less money than I do. Not to say that I have a lot of money, but I keep thinking I have way less money than I do because like I forget to transfer the little bits of stuff I get from all of the different like sources that I get paid through for things. And so every like I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, I'll go and like check all of my like account balances and all of my in all of my different like sites and apps and things, and suddenly it's like getting a big ass giga paycheck, and it's very nice. Thank you, Jill. I appreciate that. I can think of one, sometimes 2 things at once. I'm not just below average, I'm advanced. Transfer? Aren't most furries trans? No, actually, in my experience. There are a lot of trans furries. I would say most furries are queer. In my experience. However, I do not think most furries are trans. I think that's going a little farther. Bean juice. I love my bean juice. So good. Ugh, it's Ethan. Hi, how you doing? Save the rest for the stream. Okay, alright. What if you wrestled Faith in Tub of Beans? No, I'm not doing that. What? No, we're not doing Bean Stream. We haven't reached Bean Stream levels yet. I know, cry about it. I have a furry cousin who's a devout Mormon. Very nice guy. Just happens to be deeply religious in the religion that's like super hostile to him specifically. Yeah, that'll happen. It's very unfortunate. So fun fact about high control groups and you know, generally like bad ideologies or harmful belief systems in general is a large I'm not going to say the majority, but a large plurality of, which is like I guess another way of saying like a large minority or a considerable chunk, but not the majority, of people in those groups are actively being oppressed by the belief system that they hold to. It's like it's a reflection of the abuser victim cycle, you know. If you want to show them a 2-part outfit, that won't go amiss. That wouldn't go amiss. I am thinking about that. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the one. We want Bean Stream, I know you do. How does that happen? It happens because a lot of these groups, again, high control groups, these are cults or things adjacent to cults, high control groups. They utilize methods to socially isolate the people that they I don't know, govern or seek to control. So somebody stuck in, like, you know, Mormons do this not as much as a group like the Jehovah's Witnesses does. Kind of in the same vein as like the really hardcore evangelicals, like where I come from, also do this, where they plurality means not the majority but the largest unified bloc. Thank you. That was what I thought. But I wasn't 100% sure. I appreciate it. Murky bra straps is stressing me out. Yeah, isn't that great? Isn't that wretched? So it's like how Clarence Thomas is a white supremacist or something, or forget Clarence Thomas, like how there are a minority of white supremacists in general. There are minority white supremacists in general, right? Yes, like that. It's if you are that does have additional context to it, like when you are specifically an oppressed minority, like in either a high control group or in an area where the majority population is heavily bigoted against you, especially violently, it is a survival strategy to join in on their ideology to protect yourself. It's a form of self-preservation. It's not good, but like it's a thing that you can, when you look at it from the perspective of if your primary goal is keeping yourself and like your immediate family like out of the crosshairs, you can understand how somebody comes to that conclusion, you know? To be one of the good ones, exactly, yeah. The Blair Whites and Caitlyn Jenners of the world, 100%. Now, I think that I still, you know, they are traitors, and that's a bad thing, and you should not do it, and they can go right up against the wall with the rest of them when the time comes. But I can understand how they got there, you know? That could be any of us, but they've also had plenty of chances to turn around and have instead decided to like crank the vice down harder on the other victims like them. And they'll just once they fully help push all of the other people of their demographic out, they'll be next. Like, there's no actual safety in cozying up to fascists and bigots and white supremacists. Way too hot for bras today. I wish. If I took this off, so you can kind of see. You can see the little like outline of the bra underneath my shirt. So this is technically a translucent shirt, which if I'm not wearing something underneath it is against Twitch TOS, because if you looked close enough, you could see the outline of my areolas through this shirt if I wasn't wearing something under it. So, TOS it is. TOS it remains. Who the hell is Blair White? Oh yeah, right-wing talking head who happens to be transgender. Not just happens to be transgender. Her whole claim to fame is being the transgender against transgenders. She used to be she's a radical, like, transmedical is it transmedicalist? I haven't dealt with these people in so long I forget what their fucking name even is. Transmed is the shorthand for it. Basically, you're only a valid trans if you have undergone all of an arbitrary list of surgeries, procedures, and like conditioning and training to make yourself as cis as possible. And until you reach that point, or if you're not in the middle of that point, you're not a real trans person. You're a poser. She was in with that whole wave. She got popular in like the 2016 Gamergate like culture war bullshit, and has just been limping along as the alt-right's favorite little like dancing fucking trans girl to drag out and publicly whip in front of all of their foaming fans while she simpers and agrees with everything that they're saying, and then gets kicked back into her hole until the next time they need her. It's terrible. It's awful. I truly feel bad for her fairly often, but she did it to herself, and she continues to do it to herself, you know? I have an interview on the 31st. I can't try any harder than that. You're doing a great job, Ashley. I'm proud of you. You're only a valid trans if you've undergone an arbitrary list of procedures. Mercenary _ girlfriend. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's it. That's the clip. That's the post. Mercenary _ girlfriend, noted transmed. So transmed she won't rate people's do I pass photos because she thinks the concept is stupid. Not stupid, but I don't believe in trying to rate yourself on whether you pass or not. We already talked about passing. We talked about passing extensively. Not yesterday, but the day before. I think we talked about it a little bit yesterday too, but yeah, we did talk about it a little bit yesterday when we did all the timeline stuff. I passed as the hottest bitch in town. Exactly. This was the thing. This was like when I was talking about not passing on Tuesday when I did the big just chatting stream on Tuesday. A bunch of people were like, "Oh no, you underestimate yourself. You're so pretty." I was like, "I didn't say I'm not pretty. I said I don't pass, and that's different. I don't pass, and I'm fine with that." Like I said then, I probably would pass in like majority like Scandinavian or Germanic like culture group areas, like either places with a lot of migrants from that area or those areas of Europe, because the features that I have are more typically associated with the women there, but I don't pass here. And that's the thing. Passing is arbitrary and based entirely on the cultural context that you live in at the time. It's why ethnic minorities get misgendered a lot more often, or are like said that, you know, they're like manly or mannish by a bunch of, you know, white supremacists or shitheads online. Because passing is not something I really agree with. Tom Brady or something. I don't know. I don't play sports ball. Cis women simply don't pass for trans. Exactly. Get on my level. Ben recently asked me if she passed, and I was like, look, my whole frame of reference for womanhood is trans women. How should I know? That's pretty much what I had to say the last time somebody asked me if they passed. I was like, for me, passing is entirely self-identified. Somebody tells me that they're a woman, and I'm like, yeah, all right, sweet. That you're passing. That's a woman right there. Like, I don't know. I know that there's a difference between like that. This is why I'm not a good person to ask for this, because I have a totally different frame of reference than what people generally mean when they say passing is, do I, like, if I walked outside in the current area I live in, would people immediately assume that I am my preferred gender? And the answer to that is so highly contextual that I'm not going to even try to answer it. Because it's like, it depends on where you live, what the local culture group in your area sees as feminine. It can even come down to like religious lines as well, like what kind of like expectations you have like in the dominant religious group in your area. A lot of what like the image of womanhood is in America comes from like puritanical or evangelical Christian beliefs, and the like sort of evolution that splintered off from the Catholic idea of what womanhood was before that. So it's super complicated. It's not like, you know, that's why the trans passing subreddit is cancerous. You know, it's why it's just a doom scroll spiral pit for people, trans women who are in a like a confidence crisis. Like, that's not dunking on the people who go there. I get it. I used to do it, but it's not healthy. Like, passing discourse, if it's about like trying to like sculpt people's faces to be like the perfect embodiment of like the current cultural zeitgeist of what a woman is not a healthy practice to indulge in my opinion. I have a theory that trans women are concerningly susceptible to clicker training because they seek constant validation and approval after years of trauma. I hope no one abuses this information on me. I think that that's actually, I don't think that that's just a Donna theory. I think that that's very, like you probably could get like actual solid study on that and come out with like pretty consistent results. It's not universal, but I think if you want to see like why trans people are more likely to like certain aspects of power exchange kinks, even more broadly than just clicker training, I think I would agree with you. I think that that's a pretty solid hypothesis, Donna. Click, 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 click. Real easy to pass if you belong to a group in which women are completely covered all the time. Yeah. Yeah, right? Trans women who are in a confidence crisis, cis ally chasers describing their type. That's so real, though. The amount of people, holy shit, the amount of people who really, really openly and immediately took advantage of me when I was in my like first 3 to 4 months of transition, when I was like in absolute confidence crisis and like had no I don't know, I didn't really like have a sense of self-worth or like understanding of what, I don't know, that I could like be desirable or be wanted for who I was insane. It was crazy. I got soft kicked out of an entire Discord server because I was like, it's hard to say, it's hard to like label what this was because it like there was no physicality involved, but I was like regularly pressured into like online sexual encounters with multiple members of this one Discord server that I was in that I didn't want to be in because they like clocked me as like the promiscuous one, and immediately like a group like tag team like assembled to like alternate between wearing me down and building me up, so that I ended up stuck in this like hellish loop of like validation and degradation, so that they could regularly get away with like violating my consent barriers and stuff. It was fucking awful. And then when I reported all of that to the people that ran the server that were allegedly my friends that I had known for a long time, different friend group, completely alien to anybody that I hang out with that you have like bumped into on stream. This is like a totally separate group of different people I knew from totally different places. They banned the one person, but then they unbanned him later. One of like the three. They unbanned him later because like a whole bunch of the boys club around that guy, who is like was known to be a problem, all were like made it out like I was exaggerating everything, despite the fact that I had showed up with like screenshots and stuff. And so they let him back in. And everybody started acting like I was the problem, and I just like left. Yeah, wow, fuck that, exactly. Yeah. And that's like that experience is why like if we take every single like this is like not me like trying to brag, but it's like it's just like we take every single report that we get from anybody about any kind of misbehavior in our community super seriously, and we, you know, I don't ever want that to happen to somebody in my community. And if it does, I'm doing a full inquisition and we're purging shit. Like I know what it's like to be in that position and to feel like you're not supported by like the people above you, and it's fucking nightmare. It's nightmare shit. Especially when I trusted them, you know, like those were, I thought they were like the people who were running the server were allegedly my friends that I had known for years. Actually, I have a question for you, Merc. My favorite cousin is a trans woman, recently came out, and she's going through the confidence crisis. I'm worried she's getting taken advantage of by men and women who don't respect her. What can I do as a family member? Basically been texting her and trying to tell her she's important and I care about her, you know? But I'm a little lost for what to materially do. Honestly, Nicholas, this sucks, but there is a certain amount of needing to do it yourself that comes with the early parts of transition. You being a support line for her and like letting her know that you're there, you support her, you take her seriously, that is huge. Having that, like what I went through, I managed because I had people who were there to help me when I was in a bad place, you know? Fire a sword, yeah. available. Like, you don't have, like, there's not really some like a set of things that you can proactively do, because like to a certain extent you have to let her live her life and go through her experiences. But if she needs help, when she asks for, like, make sure, like, just make it apparent that you are there if she needs help with anything. And if she comes to you, provide that help. And that's the like most life-changing thing that you can probably do, is just to be there when things get bad, if they get bad, you know? That's at least how I'd say it. Like, you don't want to be like micromanaging somebody else's life, but being there to help them through a bad thing, if a bad thing happens, is huge, and not everybody has that. So that's like a massive benefit. I left my water downstairs. I'll go grab that, Sally. I missed a whole bunch of other things though. Let me see. Jill's mod powers are mainly used to pin my messages. Very true. Sees so many posts about dating trans women that basically boil down to, I assume they're all insecure and easy. Yeah, it's fucking cursed. When I first came out, I met someone online that I fairly quickly realized was trying to manipulate me. She was all supportive and nice. She invited me to a group chat with some of her friends, all this stuff, but it was practically a group for her. The chat was nothing but porn unless that friend was talking, then everyone was talking and supportive. If she wasn't involved, chat was dead and they refused to engage in conversation. Ooh. Oof. Have you suggested that she stay away from Grindr? Oh, okay. This is big. I personally do not think that trans women should be on Grindr. Not like if you're on Grindr as a trans woman, you're a problem or something, but I don't think it's going to be healthy for you. Grindr is not made for us. It's not, I mean, no dating apps are made for us, but Grindr is specifically has this undertone of being the gay guy hookup app. And so the people that you're going to run into on Grindr are probably not going to respect you as a woman. They're going to see you as like, this is not universal, but they're going to see you more as like a niche, exotic fetish object, because they're looking for men with tits or cross-dressers, men who are cross-dressers, which, like, not inherently problems. Men can have tits, men can be cross-dressers, that's fine. But if you're a trans woman and somebody is looking for one of those two things, you're not going to do great, like, emotionally, from how you're going to be treated there. That, again, not a universal experience. I'm sure plenty of people have had a lovely time on Grindr. I don't think it's particularly good for us. And maybe that's me being a little old lady reactionary, but who knows. This is exactly why I get so scared when people flirt with me, and I don't mean this in a ooh-woo bottomy way, like seriously, it would be easy to manipulate me or take advantage of me in that type of scenario, because my brain is all messed up, and when people show me the most basic amount of kindness and care, I get immediately attached to them. And that, mixed with me having zero boundaries, makes it concerning. I really need therapy. Yeah, that is genuinely, like, I know people that are like that, you know? That's not, like, it's not your fault that people are taking advantage of you. Like, that's on them. Like, the perpetrator is the problem. But, genuinely, yeah, you do, it is a good idea to try to find ways to defend yourself from those kinds of people and to learn behaviors that help you through that. Not because it's your fault that it's happening to you, but because those people are out there and they will try to take advantage of you, and you shouldn't have to, like, build up defenses, but we don't live in an ideal world. Unfortunately, like, a little bit of paranoia can go a long way toward keeping you safe. If you're on Grindr as a trans woman, you're a problem. My trans masked gay cousin. Oh no. I've actually told her about your stream and invited her to come pop in, but I haven't seen her. She's not on Twitch to my knowledge, but maybe she'll pop by one day. Ah, that'd be neat. The best antidote to being vulnerable, to being taken advantage of or manipulated, is having people who love and support you without taking advantage of you or manipulating you, so you know the difference between what healthy love and toxic love feel like. That's actually a really, really good chunk of advice. Probably better than my generic, like, harden your heart and be miserable and cynical all the time like I am. I'm not miserable all the time, but I am very cynical. I am a giga cynic about everything. It's probably not a good thing. I'm sure plenty of people have had a lovely time on Grindr. Closing remarks at the RNC, so true. Especially Republican lawmakers, they love Grindr, so true. My outtake is that some of the homophobic politicians who have gay sex genuinely are heterosexual. Yeah, no, okay, so hold on. This is actually a really good, this is something that is worth touching on, V. There is a non-zero amount of, people being purely heterosexual or purely homosexual is, I think, a lot less common than is socially reinforced, because there's a lot of pressure to put yourself into a specific box and have a specific label, and I think a lot of people have their, it's a running joke about having your exception, right? Like in like fully homosexual or fully heterosexual spaces. But that aside, there is a very, very real like dominance, like social and physical dominance aspect to at the very least man on man gay sex outside of like actual just like homosexual spaces that goes back like thousands of years. Like it's some like animal brain shit that humans haven't ditched, you know. It's why in a lot of places going back really, really far, or even up to the present day, like being a top in a homosexual sexual encounter is seen as like not bad, while being the bottom is seen as bad, because there's like a social dominance aspect to it over like a sexual attraction aspect. Trans gay cousin seemed rather upset at the idea that there might be women on his gay men dating app, which we know fair. No, valid. Straight men 100% do gay shit in order to assert dominance all the time. Yeah, 100%. Like this isn't even like a theory or anything. Like we've all witnessed it. Like these are dudes who would not date a man like ever in a million years. They wouldn't have like a consistent like loving relationship with a man in a million years. They are not like bisexual. Well, they would technically maybe be bisexual under some categories, but again, like the labeling doesn't matter. The point is not that they are enjoying the fact that they're sleeping with a dude. They are enjoying dominating and being the like powerful person, or alternatively being dominated by and being the submissive party to another dude due to social like hierarchical things that go back to the inception of humanity as a species. Let's see. That's my problem. Even I don't like hanging out with myself. Yeah. To put it bluntly, you need to learn to. No, you're so right, V. You'll be with yourself forever, so you need to learn to get along with her. Yeah. Work on it. Chip it away, a little bit by little bit, you know? I feel that I'm hard to take advantage of at this point. I'm so broken and avoidant of most people now that it would take more effort to get close to me than most people are willing to do. Hey, you know? It's one of those things. You know, you work on what you can work on and what you want to change and what you don't want to change and what you want to keep as like an aspect of yourself. Don't put up with anybody who isn't down with that, you know? And it'll take time. It takes time to find your group, you know? But they're out there. Straight men 100% do gay shit all the time. Okay, I saw that. Rats together strong. Me and my jalapeno bratwurst and garlic bratwurst are incredibly fire. I've been accused of being a chaser before, and it's really hurtful. I'm pansexual and just don't care what someone has between their legs. It's been really difficult trying to talk to people to establish connections. No, I get you. So I've talked about this before. There is a huge difference between a chaser and somebody who is just attracted to a bunch of different kinds of people. There is even a difference between a chaser and somebody who is like distinctly attracted to trans people, you know? Like it's down to ultimately like what your intentions are and like the way that you act, you know? Like chasers are like the people who, when I mention that I'm considering getting bottom surgery in the future, are like, oh no, but then you'll lose the thing that makes you so fun and sexy. And it's like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, are you kidding me? Like, somebody who is cool with me either way, not a chaser, you know? Alternatively, this is the other thing, a chaser is generally somebody who only interacts with the porn ideal of a trans person, is maybe how I should put it, you know? A chaser is somebody who rolls up and expects a trans woman to, I'm going to use trans women as my example. This happens to trans people across the spectrum, but I'm going to use trans women as my example because that's the lived experience I've had with chasers, and that's easier for me to talk about. They'll roll up and expect you to be able to be like have fully functional equipment, be willing and enthusiastic about topping them, and will like expect that you are functionally just a dude with tits and a pretty face and long hair. You know, like they don't see the woman, they see the components that you can provide sexual pleasure to them for. And not even in just like a fun casual sex hookup way. Like it's very like chasers are very dehumanizing. They don't see us as people. Hi Mark, did you know you look cute today? If not, let me make this clear. You are cute. Thank you, Shire. Hi. Sully, from every interaction that I have had with you, I have not got chaser vibes from you at all. You know, like I know there isn't like a strict definition for chaser, and it gets thrown around a lot. Just for like any cis person that's attracted to trans people, but like cis people being attracted to trans people is like a good thing broadly. It's just when you're an asshole about it, you know? It's kind of like fuckboy energy, you know, but like meaner. The labeling doesn't matter. The FDA under Reagan, you so right. An effective strategy I found for getting along with oneself is instantiating a second iteration of your own mind framed as a hot dom with bird wings who loves you unconditionally. We love that. And an imaginary friend who fucks you good and wants you to be happy. Chasers love trans women exclusively in private and never around their parents. Also true. Also true. A good way to find out if you are engaging in chaser behavior or not is to ask yourself, would I be ashamed to be seen with the person I'm having sex with in public because of who they are? You know, like, would I like if theoretically, you know, if I was hooking up with somebody, you know, if I was obviously we all know I don't have sex ever. But theoretically, if I was like in a relationship with someone, or if I was hooking up with them and they would tell me like to like, you know, not come with them somewhere because they're meeting their friends and they don't want to be seen with me or something like that's chaser shit. Like that's wretched. I'm chasing a good meal like gumbo. I fucking love gumbo. I haven't had gumbo in so long and I miss gumbo so much. My mom used to make crazy good gumbo and I miss gumbo. Ugh. Oh, that's so true. Like, straight people are weird. Like, I was shopping once and there was a security guard who was trying to do that Macho Man stare down thing at me. Cis het guys do to assert dominance, and I instinctively got all shy and blushy, and then he immediately stopped and got awkward. Yeah, if you just lean into it, it breaks down a lot of, like, the social dominance things. Yeah, I would want my partner to be happy no matter what. If bottom surgery makes him happy, I would absolutely support that. Right, yeah, not chaser. Immediately not chaser. Like, if you're going to support a trans, like the choice of a trans woman, whether they like to get bottom surgery or to not get bottom surgery based exclusively on their comfort, you're already outside of chaser territory. I'm pretty sure Sully would beam with pride and show off his trans girlfriend all around town. Chaser not detected. Yeah. Sully does not scan as a chaser at all. I make amazing seafood gumbo. When you two come up here, I'll feed you. Oh, I would love that. I'm pretty sure my first boyfriend wasn't a chaser. He was ashamed to be seen with me for other reasons. Yeah. God, that made me so sad just now. What did? Wait, what did? What made you sad, Sully? Was it me? remember when I was first processing that I was a trans woman, I used to worry that I wasn't trans, but just a chaser. And then for some reason, the thought, you know, if I were a chaser, I probably wouldn't be this worried about being one. And then I realized I was just a trans woman. Yeah. That's one of those things, you know, it's not a guarantee. Like, if you're really worried about being something, about coming across as like a certain kind of like, you know, negative trait, like, or a negative collection of traits, it's not a guarantee you're not engaging in any of that, but it means that you're already like leaps and bounds ahead of most of the people that are being targeted in that, like, that derogatory demographic term, you know? But didn't we leave the whole ashamed of the person I'm with behind when we were like 6 years old? I don't care what genders or non-genders you are. If you're not comfortable in standing up for your partner, you don't deserve them. Yeah, no, apparently a lot of people are still like that, you know? It's really easy. I get baffled every time like the algorithm breaks down, or like I forget to log into an account or something, and I get like the raw info stream of the internet thrown at me at like exactly how much like crazy transphobic and like toxic masculine, like toxic masculinity shit, and like bad relationship dynamics from both men and women. Like this is not like exclusive to a single demographic. There is out on the internet, getting tons of people like supporting things, you know. It's fucking crazy. I opened my TikTok. I brought this up the other day. I've been trying to post a TikTok every now and then, and I went like 5 videos deep yesterday, just like scrolling after I posted something, and immediately got like open transphobia, just thousands of likes with like hundreds of comments of people being like, this is so true, this is so real, they're so real for doing that, fuck those bitch. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I forget how prevalent it is because I feel so insulated from it, being in the community so regularly, you know? I love making shit awkward. Oh, someone's trying to assert dominance or make a shitty joke. I act like I either don't understand what they're saying or act like I'm creepily into it. Works like 90% of the time. 100%. I've shut down so many uncomfortable conversations by just acting like I was really into something fucked up, you know? No, it was the thought of someone being ashamed to be out in public with someone that's horrible. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. I have definitely been in that situation. Not being ashamed to be out with someone, but being the one people are ashamed of, you know? It's part of why I'm so, like, I internalized that, but in, like, the, I'm going to never let this happen to me again, in the sense that, like, I just decided to go so far into making myself like unavoidable, if somebody was, or like making this situation unavoidable, where if somebody was like ashamed to be around me or something, like I wasn't gonna put up with that shit. Like, okay, great, like you're ashamed, you're small, get out of here. I'm sorry that you're not capable of basking in the radiance that I put out on a fucking daily basis. Go live in the shadow. Go back into the cave. Watch the lights dance on the wall. It's wretched. I need to watch The People's Joker. He wasn't a chaser, just a bit turfy, which is funny given that he's trans. Boyfrack lore. Oh my god, boyfrack lore? Like, I won't be ashamed to be all kissy and clingy with someone in public, but I would be really paranoid and scared that someone might clock us and cause issues and be mean. If I was the only me out there, if it was only me out there, then it's fine. But if the person I'm with was hurt, I don't think I'd be able to forgive myself. Maybe because it's because I grew up with a really close-minded country. But where I am now, okay, being where I am now is super nice and open, and no one really cares who you're dating, but it still makes me paranoid. No, so there's a difference between being afraid of what people will do to you because you are an oppressed minority, and not wanting to be seen with your oppressed minority partner because you will lose social capital and standing for it. Those are two very different things. Like one is genuine self-preservation, and the other is like, I don't want my friends to be mean to me. And granted, the partners of oppressed minorities can also come under fire, but acting like you I feel like that's kind of the deal you take on. That's the bargain that you strike when you decide to engage, you know? Like you need an ounce of bravery to engage healthily with, you know, the world. In a lot of cases. If you're going to use your the privilege that you have to camouflage yourself instead of to try and shield your partner, then you shouldn't be with them. I think is the most concise way that I can put that. I think I might want to switch to shorter rolling papers. Fair enough. The coffee is calling and I must obey. Felt. Don't trans these women, Joker. I already told you, Batman. I'm the woker. Gay explosion. This is wicked off topic, but have you seen any footage of that plantation burning to the ground? Haven't seen footage. Hilarious though. When I first saw it, or when I first heard about a plantation burning down, my first thought was that it was like a museum plantation, like that was being used kind of like, you know, the Holocaust Museum in Poland, or like in, you know, like a Holocaust museum, or like the Auschwitz Museum in Poland. And from that perspective, immediately I was like, oh darn, like a cautionary, like, historical site was burned. But no, it was being used as a fucking wedding venue. Like people were like, it's like going there to like have parties and stuff. It was like a private a vacation spot. And at the moment I figured that, I was like, oh no, fuck that. I'm so glad that it got fucking torched. That's awesome. Like, yeah, fuck that place. I'm a Jew. We're all god fighters. It's in the name. Losers can go find less, exactly. Have you heard of the croaker? I have heard of the croaker. Felt when Kermit's nephew asks where babies come from. Damn. Affirm this chatter. Ashley, I am really proud of you for getting another interview set up, and for being brave enough to attempt to put yourself out there again after what happened to you the last time. You're doing a really good job of continuing to move forward. And I'm happy that you are still here with us, breathing and being you. You are enough. Boyfrack decided it was a good idea to sleep with a girl with a dick while being actively severely averse to cocks. Amazing. We love having sex with someone who pretends you don't have genitals the entire time. Yeah, it's wild, right? I never cared about social standing and reputation. Like, I'm the witch that lives in the dark forest with an army of trained raccoons, and the people in the village make folklore about me to keep kids away from the woods. I like being an outcast. There's a certain level of that I definitely... My goal is to embrace the things that make me an outcast so deeply and so intensely that people have no choice but to be drawn to me anyway. Because a lot of the, like, you know, outcasts are the ones that drive society forward in a lot of cases. Like, if everybody conformed all the time, we would just spiral eternally into stagnation. You know, like, change and progress and interesting things are driven by the outcasts of different degrees, you know, but you have to not be conforming to make something truly interesting, or to be something not to be interesting at all, but like what I mean is like a lot of art, a lot of culture, a lot of things that push society forward are counterculture, and you can't get counterculture from the in group, you know. At a certain point, somebody needs to diverge, and that's where we come in, you know? Once I experienced being with someone who was truly excited to be with me, I vowed to never settle for less again. Agreed. Yeah, hey King. I saw a comment where someone was like, "Oh no, where are all these racist white women going to have their weddings now?" Yeah, exactly. I'm terrified, I just don't have a choice. You can't be brave without being afraid. Those aren't mutually exclusive. Those are complementary traits. If you're not afraid to do something, then you're not brave for doing it. Like, that's like the baseline. Like, if you have no fear, then you can't be brave, because bravery is inherently overcoming fear or dealing with fear, you know, and doing a thing anyway. The bravest people are the ones that experience the most fear. Otherwise, you're just chilling, you know? Like, probably Hawaii, favorite destination spot of racists. So true. Damn, having a wedding at a place like that is way too much, even by Donna standards. Bravo to whoever burned that place down. Hard agree. You know, it literally would be like having a wedding at the, like, Auschwitz Museum. Just, like, fully unironically. I need to go get my water. I was supposed to get my water a while ago. Remember when there was a moral panic about men wearing their hair up? I do. I do remember that. Yeah. I used to wear the man bun, not because I liked it, but because I specifically just wanted to stick it to people who were saying that I couldn't do it. I didn't like it. I did wear my hair like Geralt for a long time though. I think girls are so pretty. No, that's a hot brave take, Hux. I don't know where you're coming in here with those kind of controversial takes. The only thing I want to be is the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. My favorite detail is that they got the fire out, and then like an hour later, it started back up and burned the rest of the building down. I didn't know that, but that's great. God, the Schadenfreude I feel right now. Made of gold and too lazy to sell myself short. V's sister. That's a good pick. Mark, did you ever get your water? I didn't. Like Courage the dog, just like Courage the dog. I will go get the water. I play Civ 6, so when I hear that a plantation is burned down, I think, oh shit, now I need to spend 12 hours training a new worker to repair it. I need those 2 gold per turn, yeah. Actual sister, not one of the half dozen trans women who called me sister. That tracks. Oh. So, am I brave for being in Mercanelli's chats? If you're afraid of being in our chats, but you're here anyway, then yes. What place burnt down? A southern plantation, and a Southern American plantation, and so by definition for those outside of the country, a historical monument to the progressive and consistent genocide of Black people in America. The chattel slavery and truly, if we didn't do it ourselves, I would call it inhuman, but it is just some of the most wretched, horrible, awful ways that you could ever imagine treating human beings were done at these plantations, and people were having weddings there to be all cutesy and like tee-hee, look at our heritage. So fucking glad it burned down. I hope the rest of them do too, unless they're specifically being used like, you know, the Auschwitz Museum kind of like as a like memorial and museum to specifically to the horrors that were committed there, as like a like never forget this shit kind of situation. There's no way I'd ever be ashamed to be in public with anyone here. Fuck yes, Sully. We love that about you. Yes, you cause me great fear and distress. Amazing. I'm gonna go get my water. I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn the AC off for a little while.
Okay.
Thank you for putting it on for me. How's the game so far? Wait. Oh, all right, we're back. I took her. Should have started a timer for how long it took her to accomplish the task. Get water after saying she would do it. Sorry, it was a while. Could have started a betting pool. What game is Shoot playing? She's playing Enshrouded. Because Grackle got it for her after Misty got it for me, so we're gonna probably play that together a bit later. it's total 50-50. Part of me wants to play some Enshrouded on stream later, and the other part of me might just keep yapping, because when I'm in a just chatting mood, it's hard for me to do anything else. Thank you for putting it on for me. Hashem when Moses put on a little hat. I love that. You have a stretch and a uwu? Okay, thank you. One moment. I would start batch producing clones of myself. What? And kill them and bury them in a plot of land and turn it into a cemetery of myself. Then I would set up a wedding venue there and get married at my own grave. Then experience the most magnificent ego death of all time. The inner workings of your mind fascinate me, Donna. I feel like, honestly, I feel like we're not far off from a certain faction within Judaism that loves taking other people's land, doing Auschwitz weddings. You know, as horrible, as horrific as that is, yeah, like, shit. Oh, y'all are talking about that den of evil burning down? Yes, we are, Brother Nature. We were touching on that, briefly. Yeah, no, good, fucking good. I'm glad. I'm glad there's not left but cinders and ash. Couldn't have happened to a nicer place. Let's see. The inner machinations of Donna's mind are an enigma. So true. I don't know if I want to be the bridesmaid or devoted to Flower Girl. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing great. Technically, wearing a little hat isn't a direct commandment from God. Jews just started doing that for the vibes. We were like, yeah, God would probably like it if we wore little hats all the time. That's shockingly similar to how I engage with the will of chat. I do like it, not gonna lie. Oh yeah. I forgot to shave this arm. when I took my shower, I forgot to shave one arm. So I have like tiny little like peach fuzz hairs on one and not on the other. Maddening. Maddening! I'll have to go deal with that later. It's funny, sometimes your accent comes out and it always makes me smile. Yeah, it happens. Specific words just trigger it more than others, you know? Technically, oh no, the wearing a little hat, we already did that. I think Mark would probably like it if we wear little hats all the time. Sully, hi. I'm super grateful for the gift subs that you have sent recently. It means a lot, and I love that. And I'm also just glad that you've been around a bit more often. It's good to see the Sully kicking around and being kind of in a better place. I'm glad that your trip went well, and you've been doing real good. And I like seeing you around here. That's awesome. I appreciate that about you. I need to shave today? Fucking fair. Well, I don't need to, but I like to shave daily. I feel that. I shave my face daily. Everywhere else, I do every couple days. I got to shave one arm, Anakin Skywalker, before remembering. Mark, as a morally superior being, I have to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Sadly, I must make my departure. It's been real fun, though. Thanks for streaming. Yeah, of course. As part of the day watch, you have to miss out on all of the fun and parties and sex so that you can go and work during the day. You know? And, as is your right, you get to shame us Night Watch people for having all of the fun that you work for. Have a blessed night. Enjoy waking up at 4 a.m., dork. Specific words just trigger it more than others. More field notes on me. Damn. Damn, that reminds me of the time I was trying to shave, but I got distracted and took off too much, and I had to shave the whole thing. Lest people think I was like a Kanye fan or something. Oh, no. How do touchscreens know what a finger is? Heat-based. That's the trick. They're thermal screens. So if you get any, the crop top is cute. Thank you, Epsilon. Hi. So if you get something that is puts out the same amount of temperature as the finger, it's not thermal? Really? Are you sure it's not? It's not thermal? I thought it was thermal. Maybe that was an older tech. But you used to be able to do it with something that had the same temperature. It's capacitance? Oh, I was wrong. I'm a fool. I think Jill is close to the truth. Yeah, probably. I thought it was thermal. I'm a fool. I'm baffled. I've been fact-checked live. Because water can trigger your screen, and it's often cold. See, water that has triggered my screen has always been hot, but that's because I take my phone into the shower with me, because I'm incapable of accomplishing a task that requires more than 20 minutes without music. Or something to listen to. It's a disturbance in an electric field. That is fascinating. Okay. Metal does it too? Does it? Oh, I guess that's the stylist. Yeah, never mind. Hi, Merc. Hi, K9. How you doing? It's good to see you. Since I am strange, maybe the proud national anthem of the Donocratia nation plays with the sound of troops marching in the background. One day we'll accomplish something great in the world. Yeah, that's how I started, you know? Look at me now. There are literally dozens of people who think that I'm cool. We started from the bottom and now we're slightly above the bottom, chat. I have to do that uwu still. I have an engineering degree. I do actually know how touchscreens work. Hell yeah. I believe you. You're not like other girls. I'm worse. Gotta be 40 and married and ideally have children before you can come. That's right. This young, promising student of... Is it Kabbalah? Is that how I pronounce it? Kabbalah? Or is it Kabbalah? Capacitance does make more sense, yeah. I'm doing okay. How is you? I'm doing great. I'm chilling. Today's a good day. You got it? Okay, cool. Rad. I try my best to get my no, not Kamala. I'd never heard about that before checking out that record. Which record? Oh, Station to Station. It was the first time I've ever heard of Kabbalah, and ever since then I've found it incredibly interesting. Oh, okay, alright, that's where it came from. I'm proud of you for making a promising young yeshiva student reference, right? Thank you! I didn't do it right, but I tried. I'm learning. I'm expanding my, I'm expanding the cultural reference pool I can make jokes about, you know? This is true multiculturalism. This is what the woke mob wants. As long as you don't spell Kabbalah with a Q, you're fine. Uh-oh. Wait, what's the history on that? Is it like a is that like a anti-Semitic like Protocols of the Elders of Zion kind of thing, or is that is it a different sect or different like religious thing? My rabbi was a promising young yeshiva student who studied Kabbalah as early. Work so pribby? Hi, thank you. Hello. Oh, my rabbi was a promising young yeshiva student who studied Kabbalah early. Oh, no. Wait, is this the trans rabbi? You have a trans rabbi, right? I believe that I've heard that. Now she's a woman? Yeah! Oh, I'm so good at this game. The Q spelling is pretty tied to cultural appropriation. Gotcha. What? What do you want? What was that? What was that for? Merc is the coolest. Merc is cooler than Ellie, but Ellie still can top Merc though. Yeah, you don't have to be the cooler person to be the top. This is bottom slander. This is bottom erasure even. I'll have you know bottoms are cool as hell. We're so cool, we're okay with people topping us. Yeah, this is the trans rabbi. Her studies of mysticism led her to a theological grounding for transness. I love that so much. Also, the first time I'd heard of Aleister Crowley. Oh, interesting. Merc! Hi, Donna. What, Crowley? All my Hebrews hate Crowley. Ah. I don't bottom very often, mainly because I'm too lazy. Really? That is fascinating to me. I didn't realize how much I disliked, I didn't realize, yeah, that sentence made no sense. That's kind of where I was at. I didn't realize how much I disliked topping until I realized I could just go bottom and, too lazy to prep. Wow, alright. Then don't. You just gotta find somebody feral enough and have enough lube on hand, you know? This is bad advice. To top, I just have to put on a condom, lie back, and stay hard. Yeah, I just don't care for tapping. It's not my thing. I keep trying every now and then. Like, I'll give it another go, and it's just not for me. I accepted. Like, I'm not versatile at all. I am the queen of the bottoms. Top, bottom, who cares? I just want someone to love me. We're talking about sex, okay? Keep that disgusting love kink out of it. Ugh. All of you romantics out here. Bottom shame can be overcome. It's so true. Okay, bye. No, don't leave Ashley. I'm sorry. Bug kink? I don't love my top. What? Stop. Donna, be safe. What do you do? You better be getting tested regularly if that's the case. Everybody testing. Everybody involved testing if you're not. You practice safe sex, all right? I don't. It's just like. God damn it. Merc, if you read something I wrote with sparkle emojis without doing jazz hands, you're an anti-Semite. Damn, it's just like being on Threads again. I just want someone to make a good meal, sit down with someone who likes me, and play Enshrouded or Dune, and watch Dune Prophecy. Stop all this touching. Honestly, based and valid, Misty. I practice safe sex in the hopes that I'll be prepared when it happens. Oh no. Oh, that's good. That's It's so nice of you to assume that I've done the adult stuff yet. I'm not making any assumption about what you have done. I am reacting to the statement you just made. Don't do that. Whether you have experience in doing it or not, it's a bad idea. Good God. I'm exclusively a top. Bottoming would only be something I consider with someone that I trust absolutely. Hell yeah. I need exclusive tops. The first dude I ever hooked up with, it was before transition, and it was actually a big part of cracking my egg because of this. I was specifically looking for a dominant top, that allegedly,
Go out guns blazing, screaming fuck.
Bellies full of lead, hearts full of steel.
Hi, it's okay, it's just me. Hi, Andy. Oh, what a time. What a time to join. Sup, how you doing? How's Doom treating you? Oh my god. Holy shit, yeah, that good, huh? You can't get a more perfect time to raid in? No, absolutely not. That was, it's so good. It's that good. Is it better than Eternal? Better than the class? Is it better than Doom 2016? You don't understand? That good? Way better? Okay, fuck. Well, now I've got to actually beat Eternal and then play Dark Ages. Mark has to make the Raiders sign an NDA now? No, look, if this was literally any other streamer that I know that could have raided me, that wouldn't have triggered that reaction nearly as much. I can't tell you why or else it'll spoil. Okay, noted. It's the fact that, like, I know Andy in person, like, IRL, and I just, oh god, I've probably already had this conversation with her, but it's still so, like, it was still so, like, oh no, people I know are here now listening to me talking about, you know, hooking up with dudes on Grindr. Oh, man. Mark, finish your tale. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you've told me? Yeah, I think I told you. It's no biggie. Yeah, that's fair. So, that's right. We're way more open about all of that stuff than I am with most of the boys, honestly. It's like we have a solid subsection of our friend group that we just does not talk about, like, sex or dating at all. I do tell you a lot. That's very true. It's like you and Blacklight is most of the relationship stuff. Mark, there are already people you know here. We came to the staff meeting. Yeah, but you met me through me being unhinged on the internet. Different. All right? It was different. Who pinned my message? That was Jill. Okay. Right. So, the first time I ever hooked up with a dude, I was like 26, I want to say. I think I was either 25 or 26. I had just moved into I think I was probably like 25. I had just moved into the straight up jorking it. Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome in. I was in the same house that I was in when I cracked and had my transition, or started my transition. So it was like, it was probably a year before. I was probably 26. It was probably, this doesn't matter. Point is, I was finally like, fuck it. You know what? I've unpacked enough shit that I can finally explore what I want to actually be doing, like, sexually. So I found a dude who wanted to hook up. I was looking for a, like, dominant top, and we hooked up like twice, and I had a great time both times. It was awesome. It was the first time I'd ever been in that role, and it, like, woke some things up in my brain. Specifically, in my head, I liked that I was being treated, from my perspective at the time, how basically how the women in my previous, like, dom sub relationships were treated by me. And I was like realized I had been executing a role that I wanted to be done on myself for the first time. And then, like, after we hooked up twice, he immediately was like, you know, you're actually really tall and kind of strong. Like, could you maybe be could you be the dom? Could you be the top? Could you do that? And I was like, no, this is not the whole point. The whole point in us getting together was me not needing to do that. That was the whole reason I wanted to be here. Get out of here. And then he moved to Colorado or something to become a baker. I don't know. So you realized you were, like, projecting that on your partners before? 100%, yes. There was a reason, like all of the all of the time that I was being a dom top, performing the mask role in my relationships, I never felt connected to it, but I liked doing it as like an act of service because it was how I wanted to be treated. And it was generally why a lot of my partners in those dynamics really liked me over a lot of other doms they were dealing with at the time, was because I was functionally a bottom sub dom topping for other bottom subs, and doing what like approaching it from their perspective, you know. It wasn't what I wanted to be doing though. The first time I ever hooked up with a dude, God, when an angel asks where they got the idea to invent clams. Emmerich, how's the weather? Starts blinking in Morse code. And yeah, I intentionally skipped the unhinged thing you said, Donna, and just read the thing that I wanted to read. I can wake new things in your brain too. Oh yeah, I'm pretty enlightened. I don't know. You better be careful, random internet ape. This is why Faith constructed the Catherine Horse bully. Stop. No, neither Faith nor I are tops. We are both bottoms, and they were both bottoms. We're also just both, exhibitionist, like, slut queens. So, you know. We bond over our shared interests. I feel like I'd bottom for a tall, strong woman, but you definitely have to work this out beforehand to avoid this kind of situation where everyone's disappointed. 100%. Yeah. Like, clear communication is the important part, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong, like, with wanting to bottom for, like, you know, a tall, strong lady. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not that lady. That's it. That's the beginning and the end of that whole thing. How do I pull a cute twinkish GF? Help me please. I'm desperate. Probably don't call your girlfriend, the person that you are attempting to rizz up, twinkish if she identifies as a lady. Twinkish is usually specifically for used to describe slender, kind of more stereotypically femme-leaning men. Twink is very, very rarely something that would be applied to a woman, outside of like specific like you know, queer reclamation spaces. I would really love to visit you too. I'm sure we can look into some things. But genuine advice, random internet ape. Do you frequent Discord and play video games? It's like if you're looking for, like, are you looking for like you're just like looking to meet people? Like I don't know. Like I would need a lot more information on that. Like I think probably first you would want to reframe your approach. I love that. I wish I was subbing, so I'll just dom as I would want to be dommed. Yeah, that was where I came from. Video games? I ain't trying to pull a dad of 4. What? What? Who do you think is playing video games on the internet? You're on Twitch, my guy. Like, what? Dads of 4 after work days? Is that really who you think the primary demographic that like play video games are? You know what? You want to find people like me? Get into Paradox strategy games. Learn how to build. Learn how to do the distinct, specific niche skill set of constructing a logistical web in 1930s Europe, leading up to World War II. You'll run into a whole bunch of fucking weirdos like me. All right, like. Dads of 4 don't have time to play video games lest they be pretty bad dads. Hey, there are plenty of dads who are able to who are able to balance playing games with raising their children. Okay, just because a dad plays video games does not make them a bad dad. However, if they're doing that in place of raising their children, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Let's see. You realize you're in the gaming stream of a woman right now? I know, right? Crazy. I'm sure we have a couple of dads in our community, but I think it's like mostly I think we did a census, right? We did a Discord census a while back. I think it was like 50% like trans girls, like 80% queer people, and 20% like cis straight guys. I mean, there are, but those aren't the ones you're going to be able to date through Discord. That's very true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I think I love being single after giving it a deep thought. Hey, you know what? Good for you. I'm glad that you have come to such a sudden and abrupt apotheosis on the status of your dating life. If you want more banger dating advice from the trans poly like a sex worker on the internet, then please ask away. I keep telling Sai she needs to play Stellaris. That's yeah. Still, I was thinking about playing Stellaris today. I love Stellaris. There was just a big update. I gotta play Stellaris again. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll hit Christian up and see if I can play Stellaris with him tomorrow. Being single is easier than building a German base in 1939. You're right. You're right. And building a German base in 1939 is one of the easier parts. If you want to really impress the hot internet like autistic alt girl demographic, you got to play as one of the small nations like the Netherlands and fight Germany. Iron Man, Netherlands, Fortress Europe run, decolonization. That's the route that's really going to make all of the girls just like slick with envy. 20% cis straight guys when someone asks the ingredient of my meat pies. Trans poly sex worker on the internet is top tier relationship expertise. No, I literally am very good at it. Like actually, like if you're looking for real advice, I'm pretty good at it. I've got a lot of really good actionable experience. I have been through a lot of relationships, and some of them ended poorly. A lot of them ended really well. And I learned from all of them. Oh, mama. Very, very curious what you mean by that. What I mean by what? What I mean by what? Explain that? It's because I was talking about... No, I baited that. I baited that by talking about Hearts of Iron, the Paradox game. Yeah, that was a reference to what I said, V and Sully. They were just building off of that joke. What up, Gorfiend? Hi, Flesh Nubs. How are you? I was not paying enough attention to that rant. Heard my country, and apparently I've got an Iron Man displace, but I don't know what that means, but I feel like it's going well. Yeah. Please answer my question. Oh, sorry. What's up? Why specifically not? I don't know. It's because it's the one that... It's the one that pops up in mind. That's the country everybody knows is in Hearts of Iron. Let's see. I don't think we need to dig too deep into that one. How do you date whilst having... Okay, this one is tough because I took someone else's advice last time, and now two potential partners don't talk to me after one date. I mean, don't talk to my friend. Yeah. I think we talked about this before, and my advice to you did not actually help out very much. I don't really play as Bhutan. Yes. Didn't we do a whole rant on that in another stream? It's all about clear communication. It is, yeah, but I don't know how to be successful with again, any kind of like dating advice that I do give is coming from my perspective, and dating with a fear of touch is something that I am definitely less in the know on, but I think it really does come down to like open communication initially, and it's like it's not going to be like a fun answer, but it's like you have to find somebody else who has a similar goal to you, you know? We did, they were not great with that? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, I don't have a strong answer for that outside of what we've already talked about, I think. I feel like there were other notable heads of state at the time who didn't, you know, do the Holocaust. I mean, V, if we're being like I genuinely I think like when you think about a World War II game, it's like you 50-50 it between like America and Germany, like in the common American consensus. I don't think that we have to dig. If there were other like flags, then it would be different, and you know we can keep an eye out for it. But I like when I bring up Hearts of Iron, somebody talking about building German stuff is not like a out of left field answer. Germany won? Wait a second. Okay, hold up. I take it back. I take it back. I was too forgiving. You were right, V. Yeah, no, you okay, all right. I was too accommodating. You were correct. V-Sense once again proved correct. Yeah. This is why we keep V around. V's my like fucking Inglorious Bastards Nazi hunter, you know? I like German vehicles. Yeah, they're cool, you know? Like you can like, but you know, this is what I mean. Like you can totally like engage with like this stuff from like a historical or like video game standpoint without being a fucking wereboo. But like once you get to that last line, that's it. Like fucking blow him up, banish him. I mean, I like having V around because she's hilarious. That also helps. Yeah, it's true. I got weird vibes from him too, but didn't want to start yelling. Yeah, well, you know, I like to let people dig their grave a little bit first, you know? Like, I was kind of waiting. I got the weird vibes immediately with Twinkish GF. So I was looking out, but yeah, I wanted to bait him into doing something a little bit more obvious, which then he did, you know? I was gonna be like, I like cars, like, I don't know, Ford, and then I was like, wait, no, that's not better. Yeah. Well, exactly, right? Like, German World War II vehicles are overrated. It's all about the ugly interwar vehicles. You're correct, Kat, which is why I set the TT alternate history TTRPG I'm making to be loosely based off of the interwar period, because all of those janky ass rumbling apartment structures that they put together are hilarious. As my grandma, may her memory be a blessing, used to say, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not all out to get you. Based deep wisdom. We taking kneecaps? We taking some kneecaps, yeah. Just saw a response to someone say, I'm still sticking with trans people because at least they have the ability to change, and damn, as a response to a transphobe, that is the most fire line I've ever heard. That's pretty fucking good. You have to keep looking until you find a person for whom it's not a deal breaker. You can't just make yourself work for anyone. You have to find those ones that you do work for. That's exactly it, Jill. And I think that was what I was trying to talk about, talking about Misty's dating thing. That was kind of what I was trying to get at in my last like conversation, but I don't think it necessarily came across quite that concisely. Ultimately, like when you have something that, you know, is a core part of yourself, or like something that you can't, you know, remove or separate yourself from, it is better to be open about it and just keep trying until you find somebody who's okay with it than to try and hide it, because that will like hollow you out from the inside. Grandma died pretty damn old. The paranoia keeps us strong. I came in and all I saw was, wait, Germany, Volkswagen? And then it occurred where this conversation started and it went 0.2 seconds being in the stream. And I was like, oh, that's a Yahtzee supporter, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, on the upside, we're like 2 for 2 on getting shitheads in stream, which means we're getting algorithm play outside of the usual community, and that's a good sign, you know. When the dipshits start coming in, that means that we're actually getting a little bit of mainstream coverage, a little bit. We're breaking new ground. We could all see it coming, but sometimes it's funny to watch them stack their own logs for a bit. That's where I come from. Some people are just that dense, and some, the ones that aren't will eventually show their hand. I do enjoy banning Nazis. It's a good feeling. You gotta find the ones that you do work for. The manager of the store I've wandered into and tried to clock in for the 5th time this week. Trumerk, you do not want to hide who and what you are from potential life partners, otherwise you turn into ill secretes? Ill creates? Who is that? I don't know who that is. This is the part where I like my separation from a lot of like popular internet culture stuff happens. Oh, you're so right. Yeah, nope, you're right. Yep, I remember that now. Gil Escrete. Yep. All right. Yep. It came back to me. I get you now from Hypnospace Outlaw. Hilarious thing. The left side of the internet has started calling Asmongold Nazi gold. It's pretty good. If Inglorious Bastards taught me anything, it's that people have gotten real comfortable with being Nazis again. Yeah. You shouldn't be comfortable being a Nazi. Oh my god. Have I ever told you about explaining to my dad oh god, fuck. Okay. So this is going to sound truly insane. For those that are in the know. For those that aren't, it will probably you'll have to follow along. But my dad was a Force Recon Scout Sniper. That was what he did. That was his like what do you call it? MOS, I think. In the Marines. In the American military. And he specifically was there to put down guerrilla rebels in the Philippines. So, a direct agent of American imperialism. I come from a good imperialist stock. But that all aside, my dad was in Semper Fi Ura, yeah. He specifically. Yeah, MOS, assuming he's not a coastie or a squid. Yeah, he's not. What was I find it odd when they refer to it as putting down people. Well, that was not, I'm not talking about in the sense of killing. I mean putting down as in suppressing resistance. They didn't actually kill anybody during his time there. That's a colloquialism. Like putting down a resistance is suppressing a movement or a political body. It is not specifically talking about killing, although often lethal force is used. But anyway, I don't champion your dad, but I am a Marine. Hell yeah. Like I've said, my experience with military people is like when they get out of the military, there's like that fork of like the coolest people I know and like the shittiest people I know. And there's very few in the middle. You fall into the coolest people I know. But anyway. What was I gotcha. Yeah, so that was what I meant. Anyway. What I was saying is he served, or I think he either got into or I think it was he began his Marine service in 1988. I think is what it was. It's either he got in 1988 or he got out I think it was he got in 1988. So he, on his license plate, got a custom license plate because he's one of those guys. He's one of those like Marines don't retire. They just like, or you know, you once a Marine, always Marine. Marines don't die. They go to hell and regroup. Kind of. Yeah, you see where this is going, V, right? You see where this is going? You see where this is going? So, I don't and I'm scared. Yeah. So, my dad got a custom license plate. That is SS for Scout Sniper 88 for the year that he joined. Yep. Oh no. Yeah. Oh no. He did not know. Now, my dad, I can say a lot of terrible things about my dad, but like an avowed Nazi supporter, he is not. Unintentional, compatriot of white supremacists, he is. He genuinely does not. He doesn't subscribe to Nazi beliefs openly, but he allies with people who do as a point of convenience and not thinking about it too hard, right? So he is very much not doing this intentionally. I can say that for a fact. I have no problem with eviscerating my parents for whatever bad thing they do, but this was not intentional. So I was talking to him recently, and he, not recently, it was at this point, like, a little over a year ago, before I left Massachusetts, when I was helping them move out. I'm so far removed from that stuff. What does that mean? So, for context, the SS was while it means Scout Sniper, from what my dad's talking about, it was the Nazi special service arm that did most of the worst parts of the genociding of people during the Nazi regime in the 1930s and 1940s. And 88, 88 is a dog whistle for for a certain term glorifying our very, very like rest in shit dead Nazi leader of the past. So 8 is the 8th letter in the alphabet is H. So if you do HH or 88, it's for HH, meaning dog whistle that V has put into the chat there. So SS88 is read by a lot of people who are tuned in because they are regularly used as like SS is not even a dog whistle. That's just if you see SS together, you're going to probably, if you're tuned in, assume Nazi SS before anything else. And then may his bones be crushed is a great Jewish curse for the dead. Thank you. All right, cool. I wanted to find a way to say, or erase shall be his name in memory. Also a good one. I'll start adding those epithets. It's why if you see a tag that looks like 2 thunderbolts, that's also the stylization of SS2. Yes, so these are dog whistles. This is not what my dad intended. He is shitty for plenty of other reasons, but not specifically that one yet, as far as I know. But so he was talking to me about how these leftists are totally out of control. Somebody pulled up next to me and started yelling at me about how I was a Nazi because of my license plate, which obviously means Scout Sniper joined in 88. And I had to explain to him that actually it was a pretty sane, like, while I knew that he wasn't doing this intentionally, it's a pretty sane take for somebody to look at SS88 with the cultural zeitgeist going on and assume that my dad's a Nazi. We're extreme on recognizing dog whistles when? I don't know if I'm good at. We would need to like compile a list of them because I can't hold them all in my brain. I'm pretty good at recognizing them out in the open generally, like a lot of them, but I don't think I don't have the recall for that. Erase shall be his name in memory does go very hard, yeah. So yeah, that was a wild conversation that I had to have with my dad. I'll put together the slideshow. Perfect. Thank you. I am very, very regularly annoyed by a lot of Nazi dog whistles and appropriation of Scandinavian paganism, because you know I was a Vanitru like neo-pagan for a while, when I first got out of being evangelical, and it has, even if I don't believe like in the religion, it has a lot of like personal cultural significance to me. And seeing like runes for the gods and like their like the mythical items and locations around them be used in Nazi shit makes me so fucking angry all the time. Like there's an infinite number of reasons to be angry at Nazis existing, but like that one does really churn me from a personal standpoint. Pretty big rip to accidentally get a vanity plate that says Nazi McNazi face. Yeah. Yeah. Big self-own there. Did your dad get the plate in mass? Kind of surprised it got through if he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, you think the government looks out for Nazi dog whistles? Hillary Clinton like said that Pepe was a fucking Nazi symbol, and look how that went over. Like, I don't know, it's fucking, I don't know. Like they don't give a shit. They don't care. And even if they did care, they would be too out of touch to do anything about it. These things evolve too quickly. Merc hates dog whistles because they hurt her ears. Fuck you, but also yes. Dog whistles, you say? Left ears perk up, yeah. Wait, he actually got that plate? I thought the DMV would reject your shit if it vaguely resembles anything PG-13. Yeah, no, it's not common enough. This is one of those, brother nature. This is one of those things, like, we, in like online leftist spaces, are so used to talking about these things that we think that it's common knowledge, but it's not. Like, dog whistles work because the majority of people don't get it. Like, they work. There's a reason they're called dog whistles. Yeah. While they're plain as day to people who are tuned in and who are like listening and involved in these conversations, most people are not remotely as invested in like politics and the mechanics of propaganda and stuff as like online political people. I will say the feds are aware of aware enough of dog whistles to give trainings on them. That's fair. But federal law enforcement and like legislative and like bureaucratic bodies are very, very different entities from a standard of like training and information. Yeah. Also, what hurt the most is that the creator of Pepe is so against Nazis, he spent his time taking his froge back from those fuckwits. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I got respect for that. I remember that. I remember when that happened. He like stopped using the character for a little while because he was like so torn up about it. Like, I felt terrible for the guy. Sometimes pays to be in the weeds. Absolutely. I am regularly stricken by the realization that like knowing more about the world fucking sucks because you start to realize how miserable everything is, but not knowing is like while it's easier to be like happy, just kind of it makes you kind of like inherently not complicit necessarily, but I mean kind of complicit in like the terrible things going on around you, you know? That's not saying like everybody who doesn't spend all of their time doing politics or reading about politics is like the bad guy, but like you do take on a certain measure of like responsibility. Hi, Sully. Thank you so much. You're so good to me. Hi. There is a certain measure of guilt in refusing to take responsibility or like look into trying to like better the world around you, you know? And that doesn't mean everybody has to be plugged in, but like if you're at the very least not like supporting the people around you who are, or if you're actively avoiding being around people who talk about politics or who are involved in like doing things because it makes you like uncomfortable and you would rather just like not think about it, that can be a problem, you know? Somehow knowing the world sucks makes me a bit happier. I've been in those moments before. Too many of my peers at college were willfully ignorant about everything, and I kind of hated them for that. Yeah. It can be rough. We love some Sully up in this bizatch, absolutely. Friend of mine had the most heartbreaking realization when I told him about the 88 thing because he used to stream with 88 in his name because that was the year he was born. And he was like, so people might have thought I was a Nazi. And I kind of had to say, well, kind of just other Nazis. Yeah. Yeah, if it's just an 88, like at the end of a username or something, it raises a red flag, but I don't immediately assume Nazi, specifically because of that. A lot of people put like their birth dates and stuff after their usernames. But it definitely, I'm immediately watching. Like anytime 88 shows up in anything, it's red flag time. A 1.5 mile walk in 94-degree heat has resulted in coffee being achieved. Everyone may now continue with life as they normally would. Fuck yeah. I took a college class where the professor was a former FBI guy and he said, oh, we know all about that. You wouldn't believe how many Nazi plots we've stopped in Missouri. And I was thinking, damn, I don't know if I feel more or less safe knowing they exist and are just constantly being foiled. That's crazy. How obvious does a Nazi plot have to be for the FBI to like a need to shut it down, right? Because like, you know, some of those who work forces are the same who burn crosses, you know? Like a lot of maybe it's more prevalent in state policing, but I feel like a lot of federal agents are kind of in on the Nazi grift, you know? So it's got to be pretty blatant to get shut down. Like, yes, you're sweet and innocent and kind, but also you're deliberately ignoring all the problems in the world for your own comfort, so, like, fuck off a little. It can be that way, yeah. I don't know. Reposting since it got buried by Sully being great. One of my favorite things that Hassan does occasionally is explain this to me like I'm a bus driver. Then he explains something to him like he has no context of the internet and doesn't pay attention to politics, and you realize how insane you sound. Yeah! No, so this is, I was talking about this the other day. This is something that I have been actively trying to program myself out of, is so much discourse on the internet uses shibboleths and language that are completely alien to the average person. Yeah, I just did it again with shibboleth. Like, uses recurring, like words that mean something to people that are in the group and understand, but mean nothing to people outside. So people within jargon's a good one. People generally know jargon. But still, you need to like explain it. I did that. My birth year is at the end of my username. Rick, the main guy for the Proud Boys was a Fed. Yeah, exactly. Like, how obvious do they have to be to get shut down by the Feds? I worked with a lot of Nazis in my old job. I can imagine. There's the 14 too. Yeah, if there's a 14 too. If there's a 14 and an 88, I'm immediate. Like, that's obvious. It's one of those things. Like, any 2 dog whistles in combination is almost certainly a guarantee. Outside of like really awkward coincidences, which do happen, but I'm not going to assume that. One dog whistle can be a coincidence. 2 dog whistles is a pattern. 3 is like a sure thing. You know? Except your dad's plate. Exactly. Yeah, except my dad's plate. Although, coincidentally, my dad does side with Nazis more often than anti-fascists. So, while he is not himself an avowed Nazi and would say he is against Nazis, he is one of those people who says that, like, the real Nazis are the Democrats or whatever. Like, just completely divorced from reality, you know? Like, he'll be standing there with somebody like 5 ranks down who's got like waving like a swastika flag, and he's like, no, that's just a couple of bad eggs on our side. The real Nazis, it's them liberals. Like, Sophie, hi, what's up? It's good to see you. Jargon does imply the word means nothing outside of its obscure meaning, though, while the more confusing ones are words that have normal meanings, but added context means meaning if you're within the in-group. That's true. Wait, what's up with 14? It refers to the, again, out of context, nothing going on, it means nothing. But it refers to, I believe it's the 14 words, which is the name of a Nazi. What do I want to call it? It's not a poem, but like a of course he's divorced from realities and you have to be divorced from something. Damn. The 14 words are a set of like I don't know. It's a Nazi motto or mantra. Yes, yeah. The 14 words Nazi slogan. That's what I was looking for. I couldn't find the word. Slogan, motto, mantra. Yeah. So if you ever see 14 and 88 combined, like put together, it almost certainly, like 99% certainty, that's a Nazi. That there, that's a fucking Nazi. I smell Nazis. Same with if you see 14 or 88 with SS, Nazis. If you see any of those combination of things with specific Scandinavian runes, that can also be Nazi shit. There are also Scandinavian runes that have been specifically modified to be more intelligible as Nazi shit, or use certain alterations of them that do exist in like the original cultural context, but are like not used as often, and those get appropriated by Nazis, which is really annoying. Richard Spencer tried to get Pepe, but he was swiftly reminded. Yeah, fuck that guy. Musk has 14 kids, by the way. I hate that knowledge. That's deeply cursed knowledge. 1 is a coincidence, 2 is suspicious, 3 is a pattern is how I go about it. Yeah. I generally do the same. Coincidences, because I am who I am, and I do what I do, still raise a red flag, but I don't treat someone like that. It's like the guy that came into chat earlier that started this whole conversation. Talking about building German bases as the immediate reference when talking about Hearts of Iron is not intrinsically Nazi shit, but it raises my red flag as that being your go-to country to play in a World War II grand strategy game. However, the follow-up comment, oh, well, Germany won anyway, immediately Nazi shit. We get them out of there. So like 1, coincidence, but a red flag goes up. 2, that's suspicious and usually suspicious enough for me to assume. 3, it's entirely certain. Let's see. Is he playing the CK3 fertility challenge? Yeah, right. Slightly related, I find it strange how many Nazi mantras, dog whistles, and the like all came out in like a 6-year period in the late 80s to early 90s from like 2 places. Yeah, it's it's a lot of it is a resurgence of a it's kind of like the oh God, I'm all over the place here, but it's similar to how most stuff that is now associated with the American Confederacy, the Confederate States of America, the rebels in the Civil War, the Gray Caps, the shitheels, the people that all should have been hanged immediately following the Civil War. All of that, I did stretch, I did not say uwu. 1 sec. All of that, like what we associate with that region now came out as a direct response to the civil rights movement. It was not held on from the Confederate States. All of this like heritage and battle flag and like most of the Confederate statues that were put up in like the 60s, the 50s and the 60s and the 70s as a direct result, or not result, as a direct response is what I meant to say, different R word, to the civil rights movement, specifically to be racist against black people. Like exclusively. And there's the same thing with Nazi resurgence shit. Enough time went by since they were, beat that they felt like they could come back out and use Nazi shit and rebuild the imagery of Nazis to like directly attack pro-diversity and minority counterculture groups that were really active at the time. Germany won anyway. I'd say their ideas weren't too far off from what a lot of U.S. policies at the time. Shit's wild to learn about. No, I mean, yeah. Hitler patterned a lot of the Holocaust, a lot of what they did to primarily Jewish people, but also to the other minorities, both sexual and ethnic, during their regime on the American genocide of the natives, of the indigenous people of the Americas. Like that was it's really easy really easy with how our education system in general, like cultural conversations go, to specify, or not to specify, to overlook the fact that America is literally built on like the largest and most successful genocide of a, I say successful in the, not in like in it that it's any kind of a good thing, but like the largest, most like widespread and like technically effective genocide of a entire continent of culture groups in like known history. Like basically since the like the only thing I think that matches the like destructive ethnic cleansing, or not even matches but comes close to it, of like American settlers, of the indigenous people of America, is like the Mongol horde sweeping across Central Asia and into Europe, where they destroyed so many people that like there was like a net negative effect on like the carbon footprint of the planet because of how many like forests grew, where the like entire civilizations were just like scoured off the face of the earth. Breaks off mid rant to say I did stretch, I did not say uwu. I was in the zone. John Oliver did a really good piece about this. Hell yeah. I like John Oliver a lot. Leaves me feeling a bit dirty, but forewarned is forearmed. Yes, you need to know this stuff to fight this stuff. I love it here so much. Good. Also, there's like a ton of thinly veiled Nazi groups like Patriot Front. Yeah, calling it thinly veiled is being generous. I find those fuckers stickers all over Central Mass and have to deface them. I was, when I finally learned about them, I was like baffled that they were able to have shit up all over the place. A lot of Confederate memorials were also built in the early 1900s. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, yeah. Hitler patterned a lot of his shit off of American policies and also a lot of off of what European Christians had been doing to Jews for centuries. That's also true. It like the Nazis' anti-Semitism did not emerge fully formed from a vacuum. It was based on a lot of consistent, already practiced things, like procedures in Europe at the time that were already there. It's why, instead of taking in any refugees, like taking in refugees from the areas that were occupied by Germany during the Holocaust, rather than like try to like take them into the countries around them, they built their own, like the fucking collective allies built their own settler colonial state on top of Palestine and created, set the stage for this entire fuckfest that's going on over there now. I say that just as in like it's terrible. The genocide in Gaza is a nightmare thing, and it's like the direct result of more settler colonialism and people being so anti-Semitic, like other countries being so anti-Semitic towards Jewish people that they refused to take in the refugees of the Holocaust. America did it, England did it, like pretty much every country. Russia did it. Pretty much every country around did not want like to take in Jewish refugees, and they were just like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just drop them on, we'll make them somebody else's problem. They also took direct inspiration from Jim Crow laws. Also true. That's also true. Yes, no, you're right. It was also American slavery and segregation was a big inspiration for Nazi shit. America was holding fascist rallies right up until we declared war. Like, we were, the only reason that we didn't end up like Germany's biggest ally was because of a past like history with being aligned with the people that were angled against Germany, and because we had distinct strategic goals in the strategic and economic goals in the Pacific that were contrasted by Japanese expansion there. It wasn't because of any kind of like real ideological divide. It was exclusively like strategic and economic factors that ended up causing us to align against the Axis powers. They also based many of their racial policies on what they saw in the intermingled racial segregation in the American South. Yeah. Are you saying Genghis Khan did a morally good thing? Not objectively, no. Knowing how the U.S. has been for pretty much its whole existence definitely makes the U.S. is the great Satan make a lot of sense. Yeah. The Western empires like to pretend that Hitler was an anomaly and not the distillation of their own ideas. No, absolutely not. Like most of the other it's why, like, if you look at World War One, right? Like, if you look at World War One, a lot of like armchair historians will paint it as liberty and democracy against like autocratic monarchies, but that's just not true. There were like every ideology on both sides of that conflict, and it had very little to do with ideological differences and pretty much everything to do with colonial rights to Africa and like specific like resource extraction rates and some like ethnic conflicts in Europe. Like that's what World War One was about. And it just spilled out everywhere else because you know, it was these gigantic like colonial empires throwing haymakers at each other to try and decide which people that speak two different languages deserve to be on which side of a line. World War One was so fucking dumb. World War Two made more sense because some fuckwit decided to genocide a shitload of people for no reason. You'd think that, but the genocide actually had nothing to do with why the Allies were fighting Germany. Like it was very much it was very much a like it literally like the Allied powers would have let Germany genocide everybody in their lines if they stopped attacking specific lines. Like if Germany never crosses into France, which is impossible. Like Germany's whole like ideology was based on conquering all of Russia and all of France. So like this is a total fiction. This is a fictional reality. This isn't like a how Germany wins the war. But if Germany never invades the lowland countries and France for some bizarro reason, like the Allies just don't give a shit. They let them take Poland and genocide everybody. They didn't care. They were actually more concerned with Soviet Russia for most of that time than they were with Nazi Germany. I think there were just as many, if not more, preparations to deal with the Bolshevik Revolution than there were like the rise of Nazism in Germany. Like autocratic Nazi-controlled Germany, if it doesn't expand outside of the like designated genocidable areas, like basically Slavic territories in like Central Europe, into the control, like the spheres of France and England, and eventually through their alliance with Japan, the Americas, or the United States of America specifically, then the Allies don't care. They don't do shit. They didn't give a shit until they could spin it to make them the good guys in the conflict, you know? Not to say nobody cared, but like the political organizations that decide whether you are going to go to war with somebody did not see it as a major factor, because we have historically been totally fine with genocide as long as it's the right people, you know? Like England, France, America, Belgium. Holy shit, Belgium is the perpetrator of one of the worst like genocides outside of like, you know, the indigenous American peoples. Like what Belgium did in the Congo is so fucking sickening. I'm sorry, this is like we're getting into like some really fucking grim shit. But yeah, the Allies were not fighting to stop genocide. They were fighting for their own interests and happened to stop the genocide along the way. Yeah. I'd say fix your strap, but I guess there's no need. No, yeah. I don't want to. I kind of like them like this. You know, if I put them up here, it's just like, I don't know, like, ooh, oh, I'm normal again. Whatever. I guess I can do that. Genuinely, though, it scares the shit out of me that we were so close to being on the wrong side of history, and now we're making up for that by trying to facilitate a genocide and by restricting our own rights. Well, that's the thing. We already were on the wrong side of history before. We lucked into being on the right side of history for World War II by a consequence of fate, and then we went right back to being on the wrong side of history again. Like, the United States has never been the good guy, you know? Like, the more you learn about history, the more miserable you get about, like, this is why I put very little emphasis on, like, tradition or history for, like, traditionalism, I guess, in as like a political philosophy, like a political or cultural philosophy, Because, like, traditionally, humans have been terrible to each other. Progressivism, like being truly progressive, like wanting to look to the future and make humanity and make, like, the country you live in and the communities that you live in better for the future is just a fundamentally morally superior stance to take than traditionalism and looking to the past. Sorry. I was being too loud for too long. Why do humans have to be so hateful? There's probably a lot of, like, genuine, like, psychological reasons, but, you know, the answer that I have is just, like, it's time to try and, eventually you just have to choose to be the one who isn't going to perpetuate it, or who is going to do your best to avoid perpetuating it, you know? I just got a YouTube subscription? What the fuck? We have YouTube viewers? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold up. I had this minimized. I was just over there for the VOD. You have a YouTube? Yeah, I know, right? Hold on, wait a second. I got my shared chat here. No, okay, no, I don't see anybody talking over there. But yeah, hi, nuclear semen. How's it going? I hope that you're here because you think we're cool and not to do something shitty. How you doing? It's a pleasure to have you here for now. You should check me out over on twitch.tv _ mercenary girlfriend. Mercenary _ girlfriend. Alright, anyway. Let's see what I've got here. You have a YouTube? Yeah, I have a YouTube. I stream to YouTube so that it auto catalogs my VODs. And I've been posting to shorts and stuff lately, so I'm getting a little bit more play over there. _ mercenary girlfriend. Yeah, I fucked it up. The nuclear semen observers when the Hulk nuts. Is that when nuclear lasagna has sex? This is why I don't see why so many Jews want a state. They seem to be horrid things to have. We'd be better off without one. No, genuinely, like ultimately, like, a stateless society is probably better off. It's just a matter of figuring out how to sustain that, you know? And I have yet to have, like, a really, like, solid, or, what do you call it? Like, argument for how that could be done realistically with, like, current technology and, like, social standards and stuff. Because Himrick, if you're gonna dual stream, we're gonna need to be careful about chat on stream. Why? Is YouTube upset about that? Whatever. If I get banned from YouTube, I'll just make a new YouTube. You sustain a stateless society by getting together once a week to sing in a dead language while wearing fancy shawls and little hats. That's a really good idea. Okay, I'm gonna turn the AC back on. I'll just make a new YouTube, the inventor of Nebula. I need to check out Nebula. Pardon? Okay, Murky, I gotta bounce. Need to wind down and sleep. Have a great stream. Good night, K9. Thank you for swinging by. We'll catch you later. Twitch can be twitchy about showing YouTube chats on stream. I don't think it shows YouTube chat. I think I only have Twitch chat on screen. Twitch doesn't allow any other platforms to be shown on a Twitch stream. I don't believe YouTube has the same restriction. The rules they refer to is keeping Twitch experience fully on Twitch. Yeah. No, I don't think my YouTube chat displays on Twitch. The only thing I know about Nebula is that they forced out one of the original people in there for not making a both sides statement about Gaza early on. Fascinating. Well, that was a good rant. That was a solid little mega rant. Little. Hold on, I'll test the YouTube chat. Thank you. Please do. I don't think anybody has ever used it before. We'll see. We'll see. Long story short, chatters on here could say something to break YouTube TOS. Yeah. If that happens, it happens. Yeah, it doesn't show up. We're good. I'm gonna break YouTube TOS. Honestly, I'm kind of expecting to break YouTube TOS at some point.
We have a date with death.
Pina colada, hi!
Hearts blazing, screaming fuck!
Fuck!
Bellies full of lead, hearts full of steel.
What's up? How are you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome in. What were you up to? You were also just chatting? What were you talking about? We were disassembling a whole bunch of, you know, historical political shit. But I think we're done with that now. I think we're just chilling. I just realized while streaming that I'm attracted to men now. Oof. Hey, you know what? It's all right. There are literally dozens of us. Okay. You'll be all right. I'll get you in touch with the I'm sexually attracted to men, and it has caused a queer crisis in me support group. I'm the I'm the chairwoman. What is the raid thing from? It looks weirdly like Metal Slug because the people got weird heads. It's from Helsing. 4 years on HOT this September and it finally got me. That'll do it to you. That'll do it to you. Absolutely. Helsing Ultimate to be specific, thank you. Episode 4? I don't know. I haven't actually seen Helsing Ultimate. I've only seen Helsing Abridged. It can be confusing to me why people are attracted to us too sometimes. Not gonna lie, the shit I see men say. You see, that's the thing. Like, I am attracted to men. I am just turned off by most men. You know, like this is the thing. This is the secret. This is the scheme that the women don't want you boys to know about. A lot of us start out attracted and then get turned off by the dumb shit that gets said, you know? Like, you already have a decent chunk of us ensnared, and then, you know, it's just like when you're an asshole, then it breaks down. I'm taking that raid video away until you watch it all. This is why Maeve doesn't have editor on Twitch. Rest well, dream of large women in a shining silver sword, stretching from the heavens to the depths of the earth. Name upon name are inscribed upon the blade, in every language, from every time. So many that you could never even hope to begin reading them. Draw the sword from the earth and turn it against the stars, and pray to God to grant you victory in your fight against her. I'll make a new video? Oh no. You don't get the raid video if you haven't seen the source material? Ugh. Maeve replacing the raid thing with some random nonsensical clip that doesn't match and just not saying anything, someone gets confused. Yeah, man, just shut your mouths and be pretty. Hold on, no. I'd rather know whether I'm about to make a huge mistake before I make it. It's fair. Keep audio, change video. Oh, God. Don't do that, Maeve, please. Genuinely. I like that. And if it changes, I'm just gonna have to nuke the whole thing and then change permissions. I was watching a guy review food ideas from his subscribers, and the random little things he was saying were so based and cute. I love that. I wouldn't gatekeep like that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Means a lot. He said goodnight. Yeah, I read the benediction. I didn't miss it. Yeah, you missed me because you were too busy bullying me about not seeing Helsing Ultimate. Oh yeah, that's right. I do need to actually go and do the roles for that real quick. It's community roles manager. Add new. And just find where is it's flute right. Oh my god, the name flute right is because you build organs, isn't it? I realize. Oh, Maeve does have editor. Huh. Never mind. I guess past me had worse judgment than present me does. There you go. Neat. Oh no. I gotta get some custom, like, what are they called? The, little icons for subscriber levels and stuff. I'm not gonna abuse things in that way that can cause actual harm. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's always a lingering fear for me. Do I switch over to Enshrouded now? It might be time. It might be time for a little Enshrouded. If I play Enshrouded, can I just join you? Or do we need to, like...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. Heavy bruises, not scars. How very Panic at the Disco coded. All right, I think we do Enshrouded. I think we do a little Enshrouded. I think that's what we're gonna do now. So she did have editor. I knew it. Yeah, right. Can I join? I don't know. Maybe. Do you want to keep it to a small group, or are you okay with other people joining?
We can go up to 6 people.
Okay. Cool. How many do we have already? How many do we have?
Just Misty. And me
just
right
you,
now.
me, Misty. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, probably then. Probably Ashley. They've always had powers I didn't have.
Oh yeah, and they have to.
Okay. Well, yeah. Sorry, you're not friends. I don't think you're friends with. Are you? I don't think you're friends with the sheep on Steam yet.
Yeah, just add me.
Just add. Add.
I
Okay.
think my Steam is linked to my file on Discord.
Is it? Okay. Ashley, your homework to get into the Enshrouded server is to go friend request. Faith, if you haven't already. I looked up Enshrouded once, but I was like, nah, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't play it ever. Yeah, you know, I'm giving it a try. I'm giving it a try. It was purchased for me, and I'm excited. It looks neat, so I'm gonna give it a go. My alignment is chaotic good or chaotic neutral. It's those chaotic neutral days that frighten me. I try to play medieval fantasy games, and I never end up playing them usually, except like Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox. That's fair. I'm kind of like, I'm very like 50-50 on my fantasy games. Sometimes I really like them, and sometimes I don't. Usually I tend to prefer when they step out of the box of just like only drawing from like medieval Europe as their primary like stylistic and mythological guide point. I like when there's a more expansive like cultural pool that is pulled from for inspiration. Who would buy Enshrouded? I mean, what a loser. Potatoes. Boil 'em, mash 'em, breed 'em, stick 'em in a stew. What? That is, yep, that's the quote. You got it. Like Elder Scrolls? Like Elder Scrolls. I like Elder Scrolls because it's got a much broader, like, I think that was genuinely like a big part of the thing that got me into Oblivion and why I am less jazzed about Skyrim generally. Despite the fact that Skyrim is a fantasy setting that I do like, the lack of like diversity, literally, the lack of diversity in like cultural setting when going from place to place made it feel kind of samey. Like there isn't that much of a difference between like, and this is like the most extreme example, like Windhelm and Solitude in Skyrim, you know? Like, yeah, Windhelm's walls are a bit thicker and it's a little grayer, the weather's colder, and Solitude is a little bit fancier. Like, there are differences, but like, if you told somebody that the Grey Quarter was just the downtown area of Solitude, they'd probably buy it, you know? If you told somebody that Riverside apartments of Braville were actually in Skin Grab or something in Oblivion. Yeah, I would be like, that's a weird, that's a really conflicting like set of things there. At least one person has fucked a potato, right? Yeah, probably. Okay, let's rotate over here. But you would never confuse Markarth and Riften. That's true, but Markarth is a standout in Skyrim, I would say. Markarth is the most interesting city in Skyrim, and it's also my favorite because it has the woefully underused Forsworn faction and culture group, which is really cool. Racists against my people, the Dunmer. Yeah. Markarth, the city Merc is the queen of. Markarth is my favorite city. Absolutely. I would be queen of Markarth. Markarth. I would rename it Markarth. Found seltzers in the fridge? Oh, fuck yeah. But yeah, Markarth is like very, very distinct from the rest of the cities. Like, there are some cities that have good designs that are like distinct in Skyrim, but it's a much lower like rate. Like, every single city you go to in Oblivion, except for like Cheydinhal and Coral, are pretty similar to each other. But I think if you go to pretty much any other city, it becomes pretty obvious you're in that city. You know, like, it's very iconic. Mark, I need some garrison advice. Go for it. What's up? The Markarth Forsworn dynamic could have been its own game if they put more into it. Fully agree. It was my favorite part. Some of my favorite mods are the ones that expand the Forsworn, and particularly like the No One Escapes Sidna Mine DLC. Good night, heretics. It was lovely listening to you, Yapmer. Good night, Sully. Thank you for being here. I always love having you around. Solitude and Windhelm are clearly different cities. I don't like. They're different cities, but not remotely different enough. Like, genuinely, like, yeah, they are different, but if you could just see them being different, like, if you took away the weather difference between the two of them, I really don't think that it would be too much of a stretch to have the buildings of Windhelm in Solitude in like a different sidebar area. Thought I was one of your favorite mods. Windhelm is made of rough-hewn stone. Yeah, but stylistically, like, if Solitude is like stylistically just looks like the nice neighborhood that Windhelm doesn't have, is what I mean. Like, because every city like Windhelm has a similar problem of being so much rough-hewn stone and stuff that the Grey Quarter that's supposed to be a slum that looks shitty looks the same as the rest of the city. You can tell I don't play fantasy games when the only cities I remember in Skyrim are Markarth and Whiterun. Fair enough. Maybe this is like a personal beef, but like, I don't know. I specifically picked Windhelm and Solitude because they are different enough to be discernible, but not different enough to be distinct, I guess is the point. Kind of similar, like Whiterun also kind of looks like just a suburb of Solitude. You know, like if you could put Windhelm, Solitude, and Whiterun together as different districts of the same city, and it would be totally understandable. You know? Like, Markarth is the only one that is like really, really, really distinct. And this was like, you know, this was a kind of an intentional thing, because it's all like, it's the problem of having like entire countries that were originally designed to be like a split off culture group of like a central empire, you know? So there isn't a lot of diversity in the cultures of those regions. Solitude is a military base. Whiterun is the town it's connected to. Yeah, basically, yeah. It, you know? Like, if you look at it exclusively as like the way it is in the game, yeah, you can tell they're different, but if you put them together, it wouldn't be jarring. Whiterun is extremely small. The only time I for real felt like a city in a Bethesda game I've played, it felt like a big city, was Pittsburgh in Fallout 3, and that was down to the fact you could see a lot but couldn't go too much. That's fair. Solitude's Blue Palace is very underwhelming. You are correct. But yeah, no, yeah. I don't know. I've got beef with Skyrim. The game is scaled down from the real size. Yeah, but if you look at the cities in Oblivion versus the cities in Skyrim, even though they're not that different in actual size. What did I do? What did I do, Julie? Oh, the advice, right, sorry. Have any of y'all gotten over the fear of going swimming post-transition? I haven't gotten over it. I actually haven't gone swimming yet, but that's mostly because I'm bad at focusing. I'm bad at keeping my attention on the task of going to go swimming. But the big thing that I did, I got a swimsuit with a skirt. Skirt swimsuits, lifesaver. You still get to be femme, you still get to look cute, but you don't have to worry about bulge so much. It's nice. Alternatively, you can go for the butch angle and just do like bra and swim trunks, which I'm also considering. I'm kind of, that looks growing on me. But I don't know, I haven't actually gone out swimming yet. If Bethesda made it so that you're going around parts of a city without having to let you go around the whole thing, it'd make every city in their games feel bigger. That's true. Being able to like personally loot every house in the entire city does feel weird. But also, yeah, because Bethesda games are immersive sims, I understand why they want you to be able to
We have a
explore
date with death.
Winetails,
Go
hi!
guns blazing,
Screaming fuck!
bellies full of lead, hearts full of steel.
How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. Hi everybody. Can we get a shout out for Winetails? So good to see you. What were you up to? What were you doing? It makes me happy you like the raid thing so much. It grew on me. I really like it a lot. Now it's kind of hard to think about doing anything else. She can't swim. She may be able to doggy paddle. Fuck, man, beat me to a doggy paddle joke. No. Oof. Palace of Kings is pretty great. She can do that thing puppies do where they just jump off the bottom of the lake and then panic when they leap too far out. I don't know what you're talking about. That's ridiculous. Also, hi to everybody coming in from Wine Tales. If you don't know me already, I am Mercenary Girlfriend. I'm an 18+ trans femme variety streamer. I play whatever games get their terrible little hooks into my ADHD-addled brain. But right now, the only game I'm playing is With Your Heart. So we're doing some just chatting. I might play. I keep teetering on the edge of playing Enshrouded, and then I get distracted again, and I don't do it. So I don't know. I thought I broke my stream rating. Sorry for spams. No, you're good. I've done that before. I've been there. I've been that bitch. Fit check. You got it. 1 sec, Misty. Sorry, Merc, but you can't play my heart. Fair. Oh, I never did that ooh for Jill. I gotta do that when I'm done here. Also, you can promote yourself when you talk about the outfit. That's true. I need to check out the outfit. I need to go actually do that. Oh, I have to double check sizing. I'll do that. I'll do that before I play Enshrouded. I should also, I'll make the announcement. I'll do all of my little logistic things while I'm on stream because I can be bullied into it. Alright. We got a pretty simple outfit today. It's just like, it's just a crop top and some nice jeans. You know, basic shit. What we do. Sometimes when I'm feeling particularly trashy, I take these bra straps and I put them down here, and then I look like the death flagged lesbian from a cyberpunk game. You know? Frank, you got a good tummy? Thank you, Squirrel. Hi. Big fan. Me too. Lower Gripper's cost money. Yeah. I have services available for that, okay? I need to make shit. That's the other thing we need to do. I need to make what a time to tune in. Hey squirrel. I need to make a this is something I saw Galaxy has. I need to make a channel in my Discord that is exclusively for me to post the links to my other sites, my YouTube, my Fansly, my Instagram, my TikTok, just to have it all there. Like, and that'll be it. The whole thing. It's going to be like a locked channel, and it's just going to be all of the links to my other sites. Damn, Merc, looking excellent today, as she does every day. Thanks, Brother Nature. So you're getting all of us hot outfits for the subathon, right? We wouldn't want to show up underdressed. I'm actually pro showing up underdressed. You still got TikTok? Yeah, I still got TikTok. I post every now and then. Not super often. I've been trying to post clips there now. And occasionally when I think of something that I want to do a TikTok for, I do it, but that's pretty rare. Send me the links and I'll set it up. Okay, hold on, wait. I will do this. 1 second. Let me do this. Let me. This will. Oh shit. Okay. So obviously, I'm gonna get. Where is my Maeve in my messages? I need to find Maeve in my messages. There we go. Easy mode. First one. It's like I have my link tree in my profile, like my Twitch profile, but that's not really this like this thing. It's not a functional like profile. There we go. And then it's my YouTube. This is my YouTube. My yub tub. I'm not looking at chat right now. Whatever you're saying, you're gonna get away with it unless you offend the mods. Instagram. I don't post to my Instagram super often, but I'm trying to be better about that. Mercenary_girlfriend. Oh, that's right. No, I'm mercenary girl fiend on Instagram because somebody stole my fucking name. Some bot account or something that wanted to like steal it. Okay. I also have a Threads, but I don't really use that. I guess I might as well, like, I don't know, if you want to see me be a fucking reply girl on other people's posts, I guess we can have the Threads up. I'm gonna have to log into that. I'll do that one later. What else did I have? Is YouTube, TikTok. I need the TikTok. We have the TikTok links. Those TikToks. No, listener. Okay, it doesn't start playing anything. That's solid. That's good. Here we go. Rock on. Okay. Cool. That should be all the ones that I can really think of right off the bat. Did you fix the do a trick alert? Did I? Wait, what? Wait, what? 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 What do you mean? What? Damn, Maeve's not pinned? What do you mean? I don't... Wait, can you pin people in Discord? Can you, like, pin conversations? Is that a thing? That doesn't look like a thing. How do you... What? I'm gonna wear so many hot outfits. I've received some huge confidence boosts lately. Fuck yeah, we love to see it. Yo, we're gonna make it look fancier. Oh, fuck yeah, thank you. Mork Ib Stinky? Not true. Baseless accusations. Sure it's not a length restriction? What do you mean? What length? What? 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 I'm a huge reply girl on Blue Sky. I need to get on Blue Sky at some point. I need another doom scrolling app. That's definitely healthy for me, you know? YouTube, TikTok, YouTube, Insta, Fansly. Oh, Ko-Fi Throne. That's right. I don't have a PC part picker. Is that a thing I'm supposed to have? I don't have OnlyFans because they won't fucking verify me. I should probably try it again sometime soon. Rick, follow me on Blue Sky. I'm a delight. I'll have to get on Blue Sky first. Hopefully another bilateral confidence boost late this summer. Oh, fair. Blue Sky's okay. That's a me there. I'm funny. Hell yeah. Can be your part list for your PC. Okay, fine. Put that together. I should open up the coffee, the Ko-Fi. See, the reason I call it Ko-Fi is because of the way I know it's got the coffee icon, but like if I just say I have a coffee, it doesn't like that. That's not distinctive. It's people. Of course I have a coffee. It's right here. Log in. Why am I not logged in on this? I think I just log in with my Twitch, right? Yeah? What do you mean? Okay, hold on. Ugh. One sec. Shit's being annoying. I hate jumping through hoops to do this. This is why I never do these things. Save. All right. I think that's what we need there. Shit, what is the crown? That's VIP. You can redeem it for VIP. Blue Sky is like a lamer Twitter to me. I check it sometimes to see about people who left Twitter I used to follow. Yeah, but I can't be on Twitter. I don't want I don't want to support the person who owns it, and two, it's like the actual worst possible place for a trans person to try to be trans. Twitter fucking blows. Ko-Fi just sounds cooler. I agree. Should I stop blowing my channel points on Infinite Good Girls? I don't know, maybe. The only good thing on Twitter is Grok rebelling. So true. Twitter died ages ago. Fair. You're not on OF? I'm on OF. Weird. Yeah, I tried to verify like 3 times as a creator on OnlyFans, and it didn't work, so I just went to Fansly. I should probably try again. I should probably try to set up an OnlyFans again at some point. I think it's more generally more accessible to people. I remember the OF thing forever ago. Yeah, I haven't gone back just because it was like I'm more invested in like my fans. I should have both though. Where else? Did I miss anything else? Twitter is fun, but unless you've been on it for years, I don't know why anyone would actually join it now. Yeah, see, I never really got into Twitter in the first place, so trying to get into it now, like, as a trans woman, is not super cash money, my guy. Let's see, got this. There. Roll set up over here. Okay, cool. I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, right. I was signing into Ko-Fi. Coffee. Security alert. Please confirm your login. Yeah, it was me in the browser I always use. Thanks. What the fuck? Let me log in, dipshit. There we go. All right, cool. This is your page. Great. There we go. That's the last one that I have to send to Maeve. That was what I got distracted in the middle of trying to do. Go. And there was... Is there anything else? PC part? Throne. I technically have a throne. I should check that out, right? Hold on. I haven't looked at my throne in a million years. Holy shit. Yeah, creepy guys will message you on Twitter. Hey, at a much higher rate than the places I get the most like creepy DMs from is like TikTok and Instagram. I'm sure it would be even worse on Twitter. only things I've ever used Twitter for is asking EA for tech support back in like 2018, and then to look at the uncensored versions of porn I find on DeviantArt. Yeah, that's basically all it's good for at this point. Now, like, I have Twitter still, so I can stay in touch with the one very sad girl who doesn't check anything else, and that's it. That's fair. Fun fact, my friend had someone tried to get her murdered through Twitter a few months ago. Not a great place to be a trans woman. Holy shit. Did you throw in a dog bed? Maybe. I once got threatened by like some mercenary's assistant on Twitter. Not like as a merc joke, I mean like an actual one. That's fucking wild. That is nuts. Alright. Log in. I don't remember. I think I just do it through Twitch, right? That was probably how I signed in. Yeah, there it is. What else have we got here? I feel like this one would need to change the size now that I know how bodysuits work with me. Oh, no, okay. All right, never mind. Right, anyway, send that to Maeve. Cool. I think that's everything. I think that's all of the stuff. I think that's all my link. That's everything I have on my link tree, except for my Reddit, which I removed from my link tree because fuck Reddit. I like looming around on Reddit, but I'm not gonna try and use Reddit. Fucking hates content creators, which is funny because of its like cultural focus on original content. The moment you start making original content as more than a hobby, though, what did I do? Elia? What about Elia? One of my friends has an adult-sized dog bed. She sleeps on it nightly. When he has her name. Brother, just stop it! Getting eviscerated out here. One of my partners has a kennel. I'm jealous. God, I fiend to one day have a space large enough to just have a cage I can sleep in. I crave it. I want a cage? Yeah, same. Her name is Puppy. I love that. Everyone calls her Puppy, and she'd change to it if she'd change it to that if she could get away with it. Iconic. Learning Merc has a name was a weird experience, right? It's double weird for me because like my full name rarely gets used outside of like my mod team. Most commonly I just get called L, or like some very specific people. It's like basically just Faith and her family call me Ellie. Which gets double confusing when I go and stream with Ellie. Because if a third party says Ellie, my ears perk up, but it's not talking to me. I'm Merc there. YouTube is also a remarkably shitty platform for professional content makers. It is remarkably shitty.
This way, please. And
Jareth, hi, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for following. Welcome to the company. You're one of us. Now, report to the arsenal for your standard issue. Equipment and morale officer will be with you shortly. It's a pleasure to have you. Glad you're enjoying yourself. Ears perk up like a dog. So true. So damn confusing. Yeah. Let's see. I just want to cage girls. They deserve to feel so safe. I would make an excellent morale officer. I'm sure you would. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's right. I have to order shit. I'm so bad at this. I have to order those I have to order those clothes. So let me grab this and grab open a tab. This. Oh. Size that. So here. Cool. So, I love saying your full name. It's such an awesome name. I like when people use my full name. I'm proud of it. It's a solid name. I enjoy it. Are the high heels off of back order? I don't know. I actually have to call about that. Did you pick it out yourself? Did I pick what out myself? The name? Yes, I did. Or did you crowdsource? I picked it out myself. I actually ended up, I thought that I was mashing together two names that I wanted to, that I couldn't decide between, and ended up actually using a name that does exist, which just goes to show that originality is dead and there's nothing new under the sun. Merc has a great name. Bummer some dipshit started calling her Merc. You know what isn't original? What? Tiffany? Have I ever talked to you about the Tiffany problem? Ah! There it is. It's like 800 years old. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Great. Great. Good. Solid. Excellent. I tried to pick a name that was like, I've gotten shit for my name. Yeah, you're gonna get everybody gets shit for their name, you know? It's just ignore those people. They're assholes. Only Tiffany I know is the color Tiffany blue. Oh, look at you go. People have told me it's too basic white girl. Yeah, well, fuck them. It's your name. If they don't like that name, then they don't have to take it. They don't have to have it. Holy shit, I was just guessing, but I was right. Wicked, yeah. I like my name a lot. I go by Diana more nowadays for some reasons. Okay. What was I looking at? Right, I have to do this ordering stuff. We'll put this over here for now. We'll bring this up here. We have, second. Oh, there we go. Let me change the window size here. Is there a better way to do this? Maybe? But I'm not good at better ways to do things, so we're just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna show you all the first outfit that we're gonna have for the subathon that we're doing on the 6th. That was the other thing. I need to announce that officially in the Discord because I keep forgetting. Sorry, one sec. I don't know what to say here. I'm just writing in front of a camera is very strange. I'm gonna ping everyone. I'm going to do the cursed thing. Okay, there we go. We're good. We're done. We're finished. That's that. But yeah, we're doing a 24-hour cap subathon on June 6th. And we've got some like scaling donation goals that are going to be cycling through different outfits. We have 3 different outfits that I'm ordering specifically for this subathon that might show up again later. Well, probably will show up again later because I like wearing cool things that I get. So I'm gonna show the what we're doing for the first one, and then the other 2, which are a little bit more like over the top and extra, we're going to be keeping a secret. June 6th, the day before Trans Day of Joy. Fuck yeah. First Saturday in June every year, baby. I didn't know that. Oh. I love Twitch and shitification. What happened? Tiffany blue is just a particular shade of blue, but watch geeks love it for some reason, and I include myself. It's a lovely color on a watch. Oh, okay, very cool. Turns out giving yourself a goddess complex is fun for women. It's true. It's true. I did that. I have a goddess name as one of my 2 middle names. You know, that's just how it goes. Which I kept 2 because I didn't want to get rid of either of them. I couldn't decide, so I just took both because fuck it. Do you do customs? Yeah, absolutely. I've got hopefully in that new what do you call it? Content channel in the Discord that Maeve is allegedly making for me. I will have all of the links to the different places I do things for. I 100% do customs. I do not safe for work stuff. I do all kinds. Allegedly. It's also in my the link tree link that I have. That definitely doesn't have a fan sleeve. That's on my page. My Twitch page. Nothing except for the fact that I have to refresh the fucking stream because
Go
it
out
keeps not
guns
downloading.
blazing, screaming
Smalty, hi!
bellies full of lead, hearts full of steel.
What's up? How are you doing? It's so good to see you. Hi. Welcome in, everybody. What were you up to? Can we get a shout out for Smalty? What were you doing? Were you just chatting? What was the deal? What was the scheme? Hi to everybody who's new. If any of you, maybe all, maybe none. Tired TBH, that's so fucking real. Hi, I'm Mercenary Girlfriend. I am doing the hand thing that I do later in the announcement early because I'm frazzled. Playing Yakuza 0? Fuck yeah. That username looks familiar. But yeah, hi, I'm Mercenary Girlfriend. I'm an 18 plus trans femme variety streamer. I play whatever games get their terrible little hooks into my ADHD-addled brain. But right now, the only game I'm playing is with your hearts. We're just chatting. We're just kind of, we're vibing. We're talking about some stuff that I'm doing on a subathon on the 6th, which I'm going to show one of the like first tier of outfit that we're going to have. And then I might play Enshrouded, maybe. I don't know. I keep almost playing Enshrouded, but I haven't started playing Enshrouded because I'm really hooked on the conversation. So it's hard for me to change tasks, what with the ADHD and all that. I was gonna say goodnight to T, but I didn't get it out in time before the raid happened. Oh. Now you can say it now. I think T's still here, maybe. If not, raiding and running is also entirely valid. I know how exhausting it can be to end that stuff. I hope you had a good time playing Yakuza. If you have to raid and run, go get food, go get a nap, just go zone out staring at the wall, whatever you gotta do, please do it. Thank you so much for sharing your community with me. I'm so glad that you're here. Hydrate. Okay, fine. Fine. All right. But yeah, here we go. This is the this is what we've got for that first first outfit we're going to be doing for the first goal outfit that we'll have for the subathon. So this isn't like what we're going to be starting out in, but if we hit our first like donation goal, it'll we'll be doing this outfit here that I still have to set up a source for because I am a professional. Here we go. So this is two. It's gonna be 2 different pictures because it's a combined top and bottom thing. Could I add you on Disc to discuss customs allegedly? Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Is your name the same over there, or fucking is it if it's something wild? I don't know. Just let me know. Let me know what it is. I think you can send regular DMs to me without being a friend. So just let me know who you are. It's a bit different. That's all right. I like different. I regularly talk about how like I've brought up Cigarette Guy plenty of times. I like different. I like out of the park, out of left field, little oddball shit. Anyway, window capture on. So we're gonna do sort of like a oh shit, that is so much bigger than I was expecting it to be. Gonna do a little bit of like a secretary vibe. We're gonna have this top here. It's gonna be weird as hell. Ooh, you're getting me so excited. Cigarette Guy is so funny. That guy literally is actually a hero of my transition. He paid for so much of my early transition stuff. I like that guy. Good experience. Just really like taking pictures and videos of me smoking a specific brand of cigarette. So we're gonna do this top. This sort of like silky business wear top with this skirt. And also probably these heels that I have because they're awesome. Even though you're not gonna see them for most of the stream. So we've got some heel boots and that cool split side skirt and a shiny shirt. I might grab some glasses, like some if I don't have my real glasses by then, I'll get some prop glasses or something. Hair going to the sky there. That's a nice looking skirt with that top. Yeah, exactly. It's really nice. I did not put this outfit together. Credit goes to somebody else, but it's really nice. It looks real good. So that is numero uno. That's the secretary look we're gonna do for our first goal. And then we have two other outfits that are going to be higher up on the list. That are going to be a little more out there, a little bit less conventional. Good fit. It is a good fit. Convo will continue on there after the stream is over, right? I'm gonna be in the shower. Yeah. I'll be ending. I'm still gonna be going for like another 3 hours, but I'll definitely I'll answer even if you're asleep by then. I'll at least answer whatever you've sent. Thank you. All right, I'm good. Did I miss anything? I did not miss anything. Cool. Solid. I'm cigarette smoking man after X-Files. Zentite, thank you. Cigarette Guy is a hero of this garrison, absolutely. In this house, that man is a hero. All right, ditch that. I think it's time. I think I'm gonna launch. I think I'm gonna play Enshrouded. I'm gonna get in there. Yeah. Incoming. I know, right? I'm coming to play Enshrouded.
So ready.
And Scap. Oh god, it's so quiet. Or not quiet. It's loud. Okay. Go. I'm gonna pause that. Pause this. I gotta change my category and title. Okay. Drop that. Pull up this. Neat. There we go. Jesus is coming. What letter is behind the X? Oh, man. Okay, we're compiling shaders. So I am going to just let that happen while I run to the bathroom. And then I'll get all my source. Well, I guess I can set up my source first. Hold on. Game capture. Want a game capture? It's fucking. What's this? Repo. No. Enshrouded. There we go. Okay, cool. I will be right back. Behave. Shaders take a long time. You can play while it does. It's already at I'm already at 10% compiling shaders. It says it's faster outside of gameplay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'll see where the percentage is when I get back, and I'll make the decision when I have returned. Ugh. Oh, all right, 35%. All right, this might take a little bit. Hi everybody. I should really make some food, but I don't know what to make, so I'm going to put it off again. So want to tell us about the time Rick flashbanged us with praise bands singing during the Hypnospace Outlaw stream? Oh my god. That's right, I forgot about that. Compiling shaders on my PC is so funny because I have a screen on my air cooler that shows the CPU temperature and it gets high as fuck and my eyes damn near pop out my head when I see it. Damn. She's doing her work. I'm trying. Do you game in a cyberden? Having a diagnosed screen for your CPU is rad as heckle sheckle. What is heckle sheckle? What is that supposed to mean? I wish, but apparently there's a couple air coolers with screens now. I got one before they got cheaper because Thermalright started making them. Huh. Fascinating. Now we're at 43%. Okay, we're gonna just chill and chat while we wait for shaders to compile, I guess. Oh, That's no. Big Mark Little Green. There we go. See, it's right up here. It's right up in the corner. Don't ban me, Enshrouded. I'm just waiting for the game. Waiting for the game and chatting. Heckle Sheckle is a cheeky way to say hell. Oh, alright. Mine was like $60, but apparently there's ones that are like 20 now. Damn. Chill chat and buy stuff. Oh, that's right. I do need to buy stuff. I need to order it. Okay. I need to the sizing is the rough part, right? So let me fuck. Where's the sizing charts for things? I'll bring this over here. Oh god. Every time there's like an all white screen, it just so much light. Hey Dorcas, what's up, Maeve? What's up? Do people get banned for mislabeling their streams? I think there's a difference between forgetting to do it and like consistently doing it. Like if I was streaming gameplay consistently and like just chatting, I think I could get in trouble for that. Literal flashbang? Yeah. You sent a preview? Oh, hold on, let me take a preview. What's all about? Oh, wait, this is great. What? How are you editing these little push things? I love it. This is good, Maeve. This is very good. This is why you are the like grand manager. Oh yeah. Back over to it.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
nice.
Neat. I like it. That's good. It's good stuff. This is why Maeve's the boss. This is what makes her the manager. Okay. Cool. Got that. Got this. Back up here. All right. I'll post in staff chat for. Oh yeah. Okay. I wish Mork would praise me. You got it. You got to up your game, Ashley. If you want ambient praise, yeah, I praise you all the time. First of all, jot that down. Okay. Second, if you want just like ambient casual praise from me, then you got to start doing things that are praiseworthy to me specifically. You know. I got myself a birthday present recently. My birthday is like next week. I don't know how to count days like that. Oh, that's so fair though. That's so valid. Congratulations. What was it? Was it good? Should I ask Grand Manager to set up a widget? Or what? Oh, probably. Actually, yeah. Misty, you should probably talk to Maeve about setting up widget stuff or at least helping me with it, because I'm terrible at that. You're talking about for like the subathon? Things like that? Yeah. Yeah, our Calamitous one is devastatingly competent in pretty much all things. It's true. What was I doing here? The shirt. Yes, the shirt. What size do I get? Is there a size chart? I don't know. I'm afraid I don't want to put the Amazon shopping thing on stream because it has personal information on it. And it has my dead name everywhere because I haven't been able to change that officially yet, so not doing it. You want white specifically, right, Misty? I'm gonna put the music back on because when I'm tabbed out of Enshrouded, the music isn't playing and it's bothering me. Just buy it after stream, but promise you'll do it. Yeah, that's fair. I promise. I'm just trying to figure out the sizing. Which name do you like better, Vashka or Davidia? Me? 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 I think I generally like Vashka better. But that's just me. She's extremely clever and her memory is excellent. It's just very, very busy. My memory is selectively usable. I just need to figure out my sizing. That's all. That's always the thing that stops me on this. I hate trying to figure out the sizes to order things for myself. because it's a nightmare. I love that mini skirt. Holy shit. I'm gonna open that up as well. I'm gonna keep that there. That's nice and simple and sultry. I like it. Okay. Anyway, I need to do better about I need to get more skirts. Jill told me to get more skirts a while ago, but I haven't like gone thrifting for them like I was supposed to because I'm easily distracted. Skirts and dresses. I do need more dresses too, yeah. I have 4 dresses that I like. I have like 2 dresses that I don't love, but are fine. I could use more dresses. I need some like properly slinky, sultry dresses. Maybe something like red and black. It doesn't go down to the knee, you know? Want to go for a walk? Walkies down to the thrifty? I kind of do want to take walkies down to the thrifty, yeah. I need assistance on motivation, honestly. Like it's really easy for me to fall into like patterns of inactivity when because I know it probably doesn't seem like a lot, but I don't know, just with like all of the energy that I put into like maintaining stream at the bare minimum. Like there's so much more stuff I should be doing just for stream that I have trouble doing. Like all of the logistical stuff, working on overlays, like adding quality of life things, getting like a better layout, regularly sharing, like going through my VODs to pull clips that I like, sharing clips that other people have already made, and like there's so many things that I don't do that are just like so difficult to keep up with. And I need to be doing so much more all the time, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. You and me both. I only have 2 dresses and 1 skirt. Fair. I'm hearing a lot of words. Yeah. I'm mostly non-functional without external assistance, or at least body doubling. Yeah, I feel that. It doesn't help that I am, like, extremely paranoid about asking people for help. So I forced my help on you, and I do appreciate that. I know! Yeah. Oof. What do we got? Shaders are acquired. Here we go. It's like pulling teeth. You know, I'm here if there's anything I can do to help, more. Well, that's okay. All right. So, like, here's the thing.